money, you're my honey. My money, money, money. Ooh, money, you're my honey. My money, money, money. Ooh, money, you're my honey. My money, money, money. Ooh, money, you're my honey. Ooh, money, you're my honey. I'm doing some work. My money, money, money. Ooh, money, you're my honey. My money, money, money. Ooh, money, you're my honey. My money, money, money. Ooh, money, you're my honey. She said, without her, I can't be rich. My chick. Money is my chick. And she keep her brother rich. She said, without her, I can't be rich. My chick is my money. Money is my chick. Cause you keep a brother rich. My money, money, money. Ooh, money, you're my honey. All the people on the internet that should inspire us are grifters. Anybody who comes on the internet start to act like they're teaching you, just wait. As soon as they learn something, they want to charge you $2,500. I'm into real estate. This other guy's into real estate. I emailed him. I said, I'm looking to list this house. I was wondering if you have a good realtor I could deal with. This guy told me to subscribe to him and join the class. $799 class. I'm into real estate. You're into real estate. I have properties. You have properties. And I want to give you a realtor a sale. And I have to subscribe to you for $799. I already have the properties. I'm doing what you're doing. I told someone to come and shovel this, $70. Let's see how long it's gonna take me. This is what it looks like. That's it. I had a barrel here, and I was moving the barrel busted out. What's up, everybody? Ramona, Mason, and everybody. I appreciate everybody watching. But we're trying to get this property right here. This is a property we're trying to get right. But it has a bamboo in the back, and that's invasive. So we don't know what we're gonna do. Yeah, I have a garden. I have watermelons right now, onions, I have rosemary, and every house that I rent out, I put a plant down for them. So I got watermelon over there for the person that's gonna rent this house out. My money, money, money. Ooh, money, you're my honey. My money, money, money. And you know, today is a day to put your fall plants in the ground, your fruits and vegetables, cabbage and stuff. Today's the day, August 15th. Today's the day to put them in the ground if you want something. Right there is where we burn our trash. I don't know if you can see. We burn the trash. The lessons I've learned ever since I've been doing this real estate thing. Number one thing, do it yourself if you can. Because these contractors, man, these people, boy, especially when you don't know, they're going to take advantage of you. So I learned a lot. They'll charge you $800 to change the elements in your electric water heater. Most of the time when the water heater goes bad, it's either the elements or the anode rod. There's an upper, lower element, and there's a rod right in the middle of it. When they get calcified, it stops heating up. Most people throw them out, but you could change these three things and keep rocking. You call one of these dudes, they'll tell you $800. Yo, I promise you it takes 10 minutes. Because most of us that ain't did stuff before, we're kind of afraid of it and shy away from it. Until you see somebody do it and you're like, 1.5 socket, deep socket, 1.5. Take it off, put the other one in, tighten it up, plug it up, you're done. But I would never know if I didn't do it. But now, for the rest of my life, I can do that. So nothing is big to me anymore. Tomorrow or the day after, I'm going to put a privacy fence around the back. I never did that before until I did it at the other property. When I did it at the other property, it wasn't lined up right. I pulled a string. I didn't know how to pull. I didn't pull no string or nothing at the time. Now I know now, but it's still up though. They wanted $3,000 for that, and I was supplying the lumber. Do it yourself, yo. Until I get big enough where I could just hire somebody, but I don't want a contractor like that. I want an in-house dude. I could pay this dude do this project right here. For real, man. You can do the same thing that contractors do. You subcontract your shit out. Look on Facebook Market. Look at the dude that's the most popular. You call him, get a quote from him, get a quote from him, get everything written down, and then go to the roof guy. The guys that work for the roof dude, hit him up. Yo, what's up, man? You do side work? Yeah? How much you charge me for? You know what I mean? How much, sometimes I talk to them first. Find out how much they get paid. On some friendly shit. So word, you get 20 an hour? Okay. I don't attack you the first weekend. The next time I call you, I say, yo, look, I got a job for you. I'm paying you 25 an hour. You don't have to pay no damn taxes on it. I'm paying you 25 an hour, bro. Come on and help us with this roof. I have you as the one that's toting the shingles. I give you $10 an hour. Go up and down the ladder. Tote them shingles up there. I save about $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 just using your brain. Everybody that knows something don't want to tell you shit. It's ridiculous, man. Person's not even an expert in nothing. Now they on the internet talking about, you take the class. What class? Out of here with that. take the class. What class? In order for this dude to answer a real estate question, I'm in the same field. He wanted me to damn it buy his class. Sent him an email. Why would I buy your class when you're 2 houses up? According to what you said, you got 2 more properties than I do. So you want me to pay you $799 just so you can tell me a good real estate in the same state we're in. I'll be happy to tell y'all whatever the hell y'all want to know. Shit. You know, sometimes they'll copy information from someone else, repost it. What they do with the video is they'll zoom in the video so you won't get the person's tagline, you won't get their name, you won't know what TikTok the person. I have to go search for the person that they posted. And this person that posted it wanted to be out there for everybody else. They took the information, they want to repost the information, but it has to be like it's coming from them. They can't give you the source. I never understood that. It's like you right now asking me a question on how to get into real estate, and I know, and I don't want to tell you because I'm afraid you might buy one of these houses. As many houses there is, and as competitive as I am, and as blessed as I am, and my destiny's already carved, why would I worry about you, one person? All these people going in there when I go to these auctions, they buying 17 houses at a time. This one bought 40 houses. I'm in the auction, I can't even speak because this guy with a whole bunch of money targeted me. If I raise my hand, he raises his. That happens too, y'all. You'll go to the auction and they'll feel like you shouldn't be there. And if you interested in a house, this guy with all the money will just bid you up. And his friend is there, and his friend bids, he stays quiet. Those are games, but you have to be able to maneuver. I'll wait. I'll weigh it out. I'll get the ones they don't want. Hey, if you let me in the door, I'm staying in the room. I'm not going to complain. Oh, those people, they know. Get your paper up. If you ain't got your money up, maybe when you get your money up, you can bully some people too. But I don't have no money to bully nobody yet. Nah, I don't want to be on the complaining side. That's the game. The big dogs are playing. I'm a puppy. I'm over there. What I'm shoveling right now is nice fertile soil that was in a barrel, and that barrel been burning trash and all that for years. There ain't nothing but carbon. I'm putting it over there. Any seeds I put in there is gonna grow like the dickens, because that's just what happens with the carbon when stuff like sits in a barrel and it burns like that. That ash. That's why the farmers will burn their garden in order to start new. They burn the garden and it creates that carbon. You see grasshoppers, you know what I mean? Animals start to show signs of life. It's gonna grow nice and green. So back to these people on the internet, yo. They don't want you to know nothing. Everybody wanna be a guru. My intention is to make sure that everybody that's watching me right now could get into real estate and all of us could talk about it. Y'all could hit me up like, yo, son, I got a leak. Like, what, you know what I mean? It's easy. If you in a city, find out when the tax auction sales offer delinquent taxes. That's the number one thing you do. You could call downtown, and if you call the wrong place, they will transfer you until you get to the right person. And you find out when do you guys have your delinquent auction on taxes. Just like they're gonna do Dr. Umar. That's what's going on, and he's a liar, you know? There's no way they ain't gonna sell this house until I will know. Because every single year I know how much I have to pay in taxes here. If I don't pay it, they going to send me penalties and stuff, but they're not gonna sell it. The next year you delinquent, then they're gonna put your shit on a list. And even after they sell it, you still got a year for you to come up with the bread. But if you come up with the bread a day after they sold it, you got to pay 5%. If I purchase the property from the auction, they're going to give me 3%. Then the city will keep the 2% and give me back my bread. And the money that you pay for your taxes, that money will go back and you'll get your house back. They don't just take your shit. Just because they sold it don't mean they're going to take it. They sold it. The person that purchased it got a year until the rightful owner could claim it, as long as they have the money that they owe plus 6% from 1 day to 3 months. I get 3% from 1 day to 3 months. From 3 months to 6 months, I would get 6%. From 6 months to 9 months, I'll get 9%. From 9 months to 12 months, I would get 12%. That's how that works. They don't just say, oh, we didn't send you the paper, so now we just gonna go ahead and sell it at the auction. That's not the way it works. And if you know you gotta pay $5,000 a year, if you didn't pay for 4 years, you know you ain't trouble, yo. You know you in trouble. There's no way you could not pay for if you live here, you didn't pay me for 4 months, you in trouble. Let alone 4 years. If you didn't pay me for 4 days, you in trouble. Because I'm going to start sending you the letter, let you know, hey, sister, with all love and respect, because I need mine so I could give it to the bank and then blah, blah, blah. So you going to tell me you're going to owe $20,000? If you owe $20,000, that's 4 years worth of not paying. All the donations these people sending you, all the donations, hit my cash app, FDMG, hit my cash app, FDMG, FDMG, hit my cash app, FDMG, FDMG, hit my cash app. And then you find out this freaking guy ain't nothing but a grifter. But I never trusted and believed in these people anyway. That's why I tell you, make your own way. I know, son, you gotta work. I know, sister, I know you gotta work. You got them kids. You can't just get up and not work. But don't eat out. Stop eating out. Save that money. $187, save it. $80, save it. $50, save it. And then you could go to the auction. You'll be surprised. Just wait. Just fall back and wait and watch how people do it. They bidding. You don't got no money. I used to go there. I ain't had no paper, but I was always inspired to be in what I'm doing right now. I used to pray for this, yo. I used to write it down like, yo, 3 houses. You know what I mean? 1.7 million. You know what I'm talking about? Everything I wanted, yo. I always wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Open houses. I got no money. Look, I put on my shirt, you know what I'm talking about? Nice shirt, you know what I mean? I got my slacks on, my moccasins on, and I come in there and I smell good, you know what I mean? The Chanel blue. And I come in there, how you doing? Yeah, okay, right, that's great. Okay, how many bedrooms again? 3 bedrooms. Okay, when was this built? Yeah, okay, that is beautiful. So what is the zoning on this? Oh, right. Okay, they're expected to have a Chick-fil-A pretty soon. It's going to be a boom. That's going to bring up the property value, won't it? Oh, that is great. Oh, I'm learning. Proximity, power in proximity. And just because I bought a house or I bought a couple, don't mean I could come up here and just act like I'm some kind of guru. I'm the same guy that go to Food Line and get the 89 cent, what you may call it, Ain't no different. People act like, you know what I mean, because they're in a different financial situation, automatically they start to, and then they're talking crazy to people. Nah, man, this is about teaching. If you read my channel, it says for educational purposes, each one teach one theory, concept. Let's teach each other. Teach each other. Now you know. If you got your ashes, you was burning in the barrel, you could take that around the plants and they'll grow. Then you'll drop something out. You know what I mean? I want to know. But yeah, go to the auction, sit there. If you don't have no money, find out when it is. You go there early, sign your name, get your number, sit down like everybody else. Don't nobody know. Nobody knows that you don't have $1,000,000, because the people that come in there with the multi-million dollars, they don't look like nothing. Like over here where I'm at, the Douglases, I met like the dude that does all, you know, he comes in and level the land, get it right and all that stuff. I met him and we networked, you know, he liked me and apparently, you know, I liked him, he was cool and stuff. And he was telling me, when he walks in there, you would never think. You probably offer him a coffee. The only thing I would give it up because he got that big 350 diesel joint, big truck, you know, that truck costs about $1.50. Other than that, he comes in there like everybody else, a little shirt like this, and we all sitting there, and your demeanor will tell who you are. Gotta have confidence in yourself, because everybody came out of a punani naked with nothing in. They had no pockets, and they were crying with their hands like this here. So you ain't nothing wrong with you. You struggling now, but you ain't gonna be struggling forever. Shit, how many people came and told you how much they struggled and now they made it? Hey, sometimes the stars align for you. When it's your time, it's your time. Don't worry about the side eye. People ain't gonna like you anyway. Yo, don't nobody like you. I'm trying to tell you that. I'm trying to tell my brother that you ain't got no friends, bro. I'm not saying sister girl that's cool with you, y'all ain't been friends and all that, man, that could deteriorate. People want to know how you doing just so they know that you're not doing better than them. You know what I'm saying? When they find out you're doing better than them, they start backing up on you, boy. Or you want to know why you through that event, the person that's close to you didn't show up? They can't stomach to see you like this. Like I had an ex-friend, man. We've been friends since we were 10 years old, man. 10 years old. We used to sit on his mother's couch and watch Come Fly With Me, Michael Jordan Playground. We go at all the moves and we go in the backyard and beat up on each other. I'm hitting fadeaways. We acting like Michael Jordan. My friend, yo. But it goes over, you know what I mean? Once you start doing all right, man, you ain't had nothing growing up, yo. Y'all was poor, yo. Damn, bro. Yeah, y'all ain't had shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was ashy. Yeah, you remember I used to come through with the J's, you know. Yeah, whatever I want. You just think you something because you doing real estate now. That's why you think you somebody. Nigga, you ain't had shit, nigga. They always wanted to tell you that. It hurts them to know that you blowing up. You doing good. But you genuine, you feel me? You opening up like, yo, bro, we could buy this house together, bro. I'm telling you, what you got? Yo, we could put 10 apiece. I'll manage the crib. You don't have to worry about it. I'm going to just put you in the deal so you can make you some paper. Nah, yo, I don't know. Yo, I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? All that. But as soon as something happened, they want to tell you about your past. Yeah, you ain't had nothing when you were growing up, man. Your mama them poor, yo. Like, damn, you don't have my mama them too? Yeah, yo. That was the dirty N words, yo. That's what they, you know what I mean? So sometimes, yo, sometimes you just got to keep pushing forward, yo. Don't look for validation. Find out what you want to do. Because there's no way you could keep working like this. You see what they doing? They printing the money. After they print the money, they pay us with the money that they print. After they pay you with the money they print, they tax that. Then after they tax that, then you go to the store, they tax it over there. After they tax it at the store, then you got to pay the light bill. And then you got to pay the water bill. Then you got to pay your rent or your mortgage. And then tomorrow you got to go to work again with the money that they are actively going in a room and they printing it. They are printing this and put a value on it and said it's money. Just like they used to do with the food stamp books back in the days, if any of y'all are 50 or older. They used to give the $65 books. Now they took the value of the book, of the food stamp book. Now guess what? If you see that book on the ground, you will laugh and be like, oh my God, I remember back in that day, so we used to have a $5 bill right there. Mama used to say to the store and say, you better not spend no more than 15. But now it's all over. You won't look at it like currency. Because the people, the power that be, took the value off of it. They could do the same thing with the money. They could say $20 bills after Wednesday won't be nothing no more. So now you'll see $20 bills just flying in the air. The same $20 bills people used to kill for. So that's not what that is not what value is. But if you never see no gold flying in the air without anybody taking it, you ain't never gonna see a house flying in the air and nobody taking it. You ain't never see no diamond. You ain't gonna ever see nothing that God made flying in the air. Only the things that man made to substitute what God gave us for free. God said he gave us dominion over all things and we can rule over the world and we can rule over all animals and we could name them. We could eat everything. And somebody came and took everything and now they saying, hey, you have to pay for this. Who gave it to you for you to make me pay for it? This whole world was born by God. He made it. He made it before he made us because we needed it in order for us to sustain life. Now you guys took it and you telling me in order for me to live on this piece of land, I got to pay you every single month. And then after 30 years of paying you every single month, now I have to pay you once a year for taxes. At any given time you could raise it. We ain't never free. Why they don't want you to be free? Why? Because if you're not free, you busy chasing survival. You don't have no time to to do this. See, you can sit here for an hour and meditate and let that sun hit you right here where your pineal gland at, so it could open it up and give you a brighter thinking, a brighter way of thinking. It don't give you the choice of staying home for 2 weeks just because you feel like it. And don't come out the crib for 4 days because you feel like it. You have to go. So of course you're not as good of a person that you would have been if you weren't like that. Of course, if you had everything that you were supposed to have, you would have more time to ponder on God and have a relationship and a spiritual relationship. Of course you ain't never gonna have that. Of course they're gonna take away heaven for you while you're supposed to live in it and make this hell. Of course your human being experience is not gonna be as pleasant as it should be. Because the people that know better, because these people write down stuff from history, they write down stuff, they steal history, they steal everything, and they hide it. They know everything. They know what's happening. We the one who don't know. But in order for you to remember, you have to be able to do your meditation and sit down and don't have all the stress. Do stuff like this. I love this. I want to do this. You think if somebody told me to do this, I'd like it? I'd be so mad right now. I'm sweating. It's hot, but this is mine, yo. So I don't mind doing this shit. You know what I'm about? This is mine. I don't mind doing it. But if freaking Mr. John had to, man, I used to get so mad. I've been out of the private sector ever since 2004. Last time I tried to get a job, I went inside of no disrespect to anybody who have a job, If you have to go to work, no disrespect, but this is the inspiration that you need in order for you to get out of rat race. I bet you if you save $5, $10 here and there, man, you'll have enough money to go to that auction and buy you a little crib on the low though. You done spent 22,000 on it, you heard me, man. And the floor is messed up, you know what I'm saying? Now, but you coming in there and you like, yo, you put a soft floor down and you starting. You don't know what's going on, but the things you can do, you do. You know, if you could do demolition, that's 900. You ain't got to pay to somebody. You could pull everything out. That's more money. You ain't got to pay somebody. Whatever you could do. And now you're learning it, and you can live in one little room as you fix the other rooms. Even if you with your kids, they will learn. When I was growing up, my mom and them, they used to buy houses. We used to live in a room and fix the rest. But they don't look at it the way you're looking at it. When kids grow up, the way you thought they're gonna think about the way you raise them is not the way they think of it. They think it's something totally different. Because I was messing with this girl one time, and she told me she used to live in hotel rooms with her kids, and then when they grew up, they said, "Mama, we thought we was just always on vacation." Yeah, we didn't look at it like that. You don't know what the fuck they gonna think about. But this is what I'm saying. You have to be able to think about freeing yourself. If you don't free yourself, you're gonna be in the rat race forever. You understand? Sometimes I deviate from what I was gonna say. It takes me a while to remember. But my whole thing to talk to you today is to tell you there's enough for all of us, yo. Even the people that got a million houses, they leave it all to somebody else. You can't take none of this shit with you. You know what I mean? Sometimes the fact that the media and the world make you feel a little territorial, you might see somebody you know trying to do the things you do and you feel a certain way. But you have to wake yourself up and understand that it's an equal opportunity life and everybody work hard. They're going to get something. You know what I'm saying? And be careful what you ask for, because sometimes you might say you want to get into real estate. You got so many properties that it becomes a burden if you don't love it. But the last time I went to a job, it was in a warehouse. So what I had to do was go in there. Hold on, let me dump this. It's gonna be a big garden right over there. I'm gonna put a big garden right there. That's what I'm putting over there. So I was at the warehouse, right? Warehouse. I had to come in. I had to. They had like stacks of bags, 30, 40 pounds. So you had to come in and lift all the bags and put them in a certain pattern in order for you to, they have to know you in shape enough, because that's what you're gonna be doing all day. Man, I lift them damn bags up, boy. Whew. Hell no. And I lift more stuff up now. 150-pound stuff. Rah, because I'm doing it for me. But them bags was like 70 pounds. Man, my back hurt so bad, boy. I lifted up 3 bags. And there was like 16 more left. I put the first one. And I told myself, I'm not gonna be able to do this shit. I put the second one there. And the third one, I just stopped. I just turned around. I just started walking towards the door. The man said, "Where you going?" I said, "I quit." He said, "You gotta give us your address and we can send your check." I said, "Keep it." And I bounced. I bounced. I bounced. You know what I did? I started selling food on the side of the road. I got a 6-foot table. I made jerk chicken, rice and peas, and I just sat on a corner. This corner, I was living in Denver, North Carolina. I sat on this corner, yo, and the people used to go by and turn, and they be looking. You know, as they go by, trying to read my sign, you feel me? I got sign all 4 corners. One person turned, I remember that person, boy, red pickup truck, he turned around, he was barefooted. Turned around, Caucasian man. "Hey, how are you doing?" I said, "I'm good, man, what's going on?" He said, "I see you selling stuff." I said, "Yeah, you want a taste?" He said, "Yeah." I gave him a taste. He said, "Hold on." He went in. I thought he was alone. His wife was laying down. He said, "Baby, what do you want?" He got 4 plates. 4 plates. That started the journey. Now I was a food salesperson. If I waited for the state to tell me I was all legit, you think I would be able to make $1? I have to do what I got to do to survive. I took it upon myself and said, I'm a self-entrepreneur. I'm going to be able to sustain myself within 30 days, and I'm not going to need to go nowhere and punch in no clock for nobody to tell me nothing. All these people in the world, 8 something point billion people, there's no way I can't get a little percentage of them to give me a couple of dollars for me to take care of my business. As long as I go hard every day. And I just went hard. I started cooking the food. I put it in these big coolers. I put them in the car, and the coolers keep them hot. And I went to all the beauty salons, barber shop, tire shop, and I pull up. Yo, this is why I got $10 plates. I sold $10. I sold 10 plates today. I sold 15 plates today. I sold 20 plates. The plates I didn't sell, I went over there and I fed the people that was less fortunate, homeless people. When I pulled up, they be like, "There go Unc. I told you. I knew you was coming. What you got for us today, Unc?" I be having shit like shrimp and grits. I don't disrespect the people who ain't got nothing, but Jesus, no. I slept in that Altima in the back of that Holiday Inn for nights, yo. I remember the day before Thanksgiving, yo, how cold it was in there, man. I thought I was gonna die in that motherfucker, boy. It was so cold. I was in the back of the hotel room, but I couldn't frequent that hotel room with $177 a night. The girl caught me sleeping back. He's like, yeah, they've been talking about you. You've been back here. I said, baby girl, I ain't got nowhere to go. You know, she's like, all right. So I did what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? And then I did go back. I jumped back in the private sector. I became an international operator because I speak a couple of languages. So I became an international operator. That was more better for me than lifting a bunch of stuff. So I was international operator. I was getting a little bit of money and I was doing my thing. They ended up firing everybody and closing the shop on us. Never told us nothing. They gave me my last check and they gave me $500 for each year I was there. I ended up getting like 1,500. And 1,500 now I'm here today, baby. This is years later. That's the 1,500 permeating. And I'm flipping that thing. And I'm washing the 1,500, boy. And I'm drinking that water. And washing it again, boy. After I got that 1,500, Foot Locker was buying Foot Action. And then they were doing a merge. And the manager called me because I used to buy shoes all the time. And I went in there to buy myself some shoes with my last check. And then while I was buying the shoes, something hit me. Bing! This is your business, Negro. This is your business. Don't be buying. You ain't got no job. This is the business you're supposed to be in. I was like, thank you, Lord, for the inspiration. I put my size 12s down and I started grabbing 7 C's, 5 C's, 7 C's, 5 C's, things for babies. I thought about it. Who do I want to target? The demographics of people is my targeted audience. Women. That's my target audience. Women. Why women? Because they're weaker? No. Because they spend more than men? Yeah. They do. But that's not why. Because they don't never buy for themselves. Women buy for everybody else. Instead of a woman not buying for herself. If this woman want to support you, she'd rather buy something for her sister, but she gonna buy something. I started buying the baby shoes, the ones that they could hold in their hands. Oh, so cute. Because I know once they say that, they're gonna buy it, even if it's for a friend. I bought all those shoes. I had hundreds of shoes in the house. I spent the whole check and I called everybody on my phone. Yo, come to the crib right now. I can't tell you what's going on, but I'm telling you something happened. Something fell off a truck. Something fell up off a truck. Because you know how people love shit that's hot. Something fell up off a truck. Something fell up off a truck. Something fell off of a truck. You heard? Because they know I'm usually calling. Because sometimes the cases of getting stouts might fall off trucks. And, you know, I might have to give them away for, you know, a donation. I said, something fell off a truck. Oh, my God. People in my house, 7 people at a time. Jesus Christ. People in my house, I got shit lined up. 7 C's, 8 C's, one for kids, two, three. I'm going up to 5.5. Seven is the 6.5. Six is a cutoff. Now I'm going from men, 7 to 12. I'm going. People coming in, they copping. For the same day I made the money back that I spent. So the 1,500 I spent, I made all of it back in one day. And my house is full of shoes, just like Foot Locker steel. That's how the business started. Then I started to hit the women up. Where did I get the women? Beauty salons. Where do you think I'm going? Beauty salons. But if you ever want to sell a beauty salon and you a man, you have to make the women comfortable with you in order for them to accept you, because they vulnerable. Because some women are bald. You understand? Some women, you always see them with long hair, but that's when they doing their hair. You have to be able to not mind you seeing them in their glory. So I came in humble. And until they like me, yo. Like me. Once they like you, that's it. I started going to the crib. Hey, come over here to the house. Where you live at? Princess Anne. Okay, I'll be over there. Come over here. And I'm pulling up to the hood. I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up, yo. I'm everywhere. I'm in the hood. I had a Honda Accord. I'm in the hood, yo. I put everything inside the Honda Accord. 5:30, I'm already ready on Saturday morning. Coming in. You got size 6? Do I? Yeah. I bring you all the size 6. I know you said purple. I say, yeah, I got purple. I don't have purple. But I'm going to bring you everything else. And my business is working. I had to buy a small van. Astro van. I'm everywhere. Every beauty salon and barbershop, and they all know me. They know I'm coming. I'm making my rounds. I'm pulling up. Because I'm saving you a trip to the store. And everything I got is brand new. And everything I got is real. It's not a knockoff. I'm getting it from the same place that y'all go shop at. And they don't know where I'm getting my stuff from. They just don't want to go to the mall. All they want to do is buy it from me. Some of them wait on me. Wait for me to come so they could see what I got first before they buy. Making my bread. And I'm saving my money. I make sure I never fall off again. You know what I'm saying? Bought a little van. After I purchased the van, my store got too big. I started incorporating. You heard? Because, Foot Action and Foot Locker, they were doing a merge. So now the merge is over. So, the sales is dwindling. But my man is a manager. He always hitting me up like, yo, this came on sale. I'm like, how many you got? 17. Hold them all in the back. He ain't supposed to do that because he got to give the public a chance to buy. But he know when I come off, I'm going to kick off. You have to kick off. If you don't want to kick off, people helping you and all that, they're not going to like you. Kick off. If you hold 17 shoes for me, when I come through, I bless you with 100. What you going to do? Ain't you going to hold 17 shoes for me next time? You working all day for Foot Locker. They're giving you 100. I'm coming in just because you hold my kicks. I'm knocking 100. I might come in because they know when I come in, I don't touch the shoes or the bags because I don't want my customers to see me in the mall buying shoes. So what I'm doing is everybody in the store already know they fighting it over who's going to the car with me to put the shoes in my car because they know that's a double dub. They know that's a double dub. They know I'm a double dub you. I ain't stingy, I ain't cheap. Double dub. And I got a cooler in the whip. What you want? Gatorade? Drink up. What? I mean, get what you want because I always keep drinks when I'm pulling up on the women. I always have hand sanitizer when I'm pulling on the women. I always make sure I have all the shit that women like. Because I want the pocketbook. Remember when Biggie said, I just want the paper, the visa. Capisha? Yeah. I want the money. I don't want the honey. I don't mix the business. Very seldom did I get, into an entanglement. Jada kid, Jada. Very seldom I got an entanglement with with my people. I kept it business, made my money, always had drinks, and whoever takes me to the car get double dubs, $40, $40. You going to the car? I'm coming in. Nobody ate. What y'all looking like this? No, ain't nobody ate. Y'all ain't eat. Yo, what y'all want? Hey, call every. Yo, what y'all want, yo? Order lunch, yo. When I come in like that, what you think gonna happen? I might come in and don't buy nothing, and I bought lunch for everybody. What you when I come in? You think I'm gonna wait? No. And I'm just making. If I come in the store and people I sell to that comes to the stores right here, I already communicated with them. They understand my plight. They know I can't be buying shit from the mall and selling it at my little store in the hood. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you that story. I done graduated to a store. I bought one little van that was too small. I bought a big ass van that was too small. I had to get a store. And everything I'm getting is going from the same mall that all these people go shopping at, but they can't peep it. I go there mad early before everybody open, and I go through the back, and they show me everything that's on sale. 19.99. I get 30% off. So I'm already like, okay, 3.6, that's $14. 19.99 is gonna be 14 for me. So let me see, I bought 50 of them, right? I bought 50. You know what I'm saying? That's 750. You know what I'm talking about? If I kick off 100 to you, 850 for all those shoes, and then I average it out. What? Couple dollars on top of instead of $14, now it's 16 a shoe. Ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Are you happy? You go home. I buy the shoes sometimes. I be like, what your daughter wear? One here. And I'm giving you great advice. I'm like, yo, go ahead and make a copy. Make a copy of the receipt so you can have it. You feel me? Just in case somebody say you ain't pay for it. You know what I'm saying? You come to my store till this day. Before I closed my store in 2015, there was a dude named Alex. Alex used to work for Foot Locker. He used to look out for me. He came into my store. I was like, yo. I was so elated. And he was like, yo, how much is that shirt? He picked up everything he wanted, came to the counter. I put it in a bag. I said, I really appreciate it. He's like, nah, man. I said, man, you done lost your mind. If you think you can come to my store and buy something and have to pay for it, you're the reason why I'm here. That's called gratitude. That's called gratitude. A lot of people have that. I said, you're why I'm here. Every time he came in, I wanted to give him the shit. He said, man, I'm not coming back to your store, man. Y'all let me pay. It's two people that respected one another. But I made my business right there in the mall where everybody go. I used to go everywhere. DTLR, mad early, and I'll stand just like this. Look. And the person that's working with me, I'd be like, yeah. He's over there. Look, he's making signs. He knows. I already got him taught and trained. Because these dudes in here like, yo, E will Dread. Because I had locks at the time, big locks. Yo, Dread, what you doing in the store, yo? I said, yo, I'm coming through the look. I have to see what they selling that shit for. That way I know how to give it to y'all for a cheaper price. You heard? I'm doing market research right now. And dude over there, uh, Niger. That's one dude that used to help me. He'll be like, I'll be like, and I'm like, that means how many? He'll be like 14. I said, so 14 of this, 16 of that, 25 of these. So now I have to leave out of the mall with like 150 pairs. So I sit in there and give him the keys. Nah, you went last time. Nah, yo, hell nah. And they arguing. They go in my car, put all my shoes in my car. Nice. That's the first thing I have to do. The next thing I gotta do, I have to go in the crib with a blow dryer. And I have to go and take the blow dryer. I have to take the for sale sign and and peel it off just a little bit. I could blow dry it, and then it'll come right off without looking like it never was a sell sign there. And I just go and prep them, make sure all the shoes, there's no sell sign on them, hanging. Because sometimes you'll have your kids that work for you do it. Next thing you know, you pulling out the shoe to sell it to somebody that shit said 1999 on it. Hmm. Remember this girl was like, hell nah, it said 1999 right there. I was like, oh, it did say 1999. I said, girl, you know if it said 1999, I gotta give it to you for that. I said, my bad, man. This is the sale was over yesterday, but the guys forgot, so this is your luck. If they catch me, I'm gonna come up off. Because I had 4 young men working for me. And them young men, they are entrepreneurs too, because I taught them. And we never argued with no customer. And we was in the hood, yo. We were so much in the hood, brothers was getting shot in front of the stove, leaking. I was in the middle of the hood. You heard? From that, I got an ice cream truck. From that little move I made, going in the barbershops and the beauty salons, everybody knowing my name. They hitting me up. Yo, you got Air Force Ones? Oh, do I? Of course I got. I started incorporating that shit. So I started going to New York now. Oh my God, Gucci shoes. Oh my God, the loafs. Oh my Jesus. Oh my God, the high top shits with the, oh my goodness. I'm coming with the Louis V shit, the bubble Gucci coat, yo. I'm coming with the bubble Gucci coat. The ACG boots was popping. I'm coming through with ACG boots, bubble Gucci's. I'm going to the club. I'm outside, you heard? I'm outside. I said, play. I'm telling you, play. I got all white bubble Gucci. I'm going to see when I get back out there. Now, when they out there, they drunk now. Oh, my God. I'm pulling out Gucci belts. I'm incorporating. Every Sunday, me, my man Tank, my man Charles, other dude, we all had stores. And we all went to New York on Sunday night. And we stayed in New York and we freaking shopped all Monday morning. And we have to be back on the bus at 3 o'clock to get back to the state where we live. Every Sunday we close, because on Mondays we close, and we going to New York, coming back with new shit, and everything is selling out. We're going back to New York again on a Sunday on the bus to go shopping, and coming back and banging them out again. And I got the hood budget. You know what the hood budget is? The hood budget is Sister Marie, who's coming in with 4 children, and she's standing on the side, everybody buying something, and she's not speaking or picking up anything because she's waiting for an opportunity to talk to El Jefe. She wants to talk to me. I feel it. I know it. However, right now, sister, I know I got to come up off 400-500 for you. Because these little kids running around here, they ain't got no shoes for school. That's why you come in the day before. And you sitting on a chair, you ain't doing nothing. And you were saying you waiting on me. I know what you want. I love you, sister. But let me get this money with the paid customers first. Then I'm going to come and bang out with you. You heard? Got the money with the cussies. So I'm like, so Sister Marie, what's going on? She looking around. I mean, the boys. I say, yo, go ahead and give me some space. What's happening? I ain't got, I'm going to tell you the truth. I ain't going to tell you no lie. I ain't going to tell you no lie. Them kids got to go to school tomorrow. We ain't got nothing. I said, you ain't got nothing? No. How much money you got? How much money you got? It's 4 kids running around. The oldest one is he's a, you know. How much money you got? I might have $117. 4 kids, yo. I might have $117. I said, give me the money. I said, yo, give me the money. She give me the 117. I take the money and I put it in an envelope. I leave it right there. I say, yo, the one that's firm, that understands my lingo, that's been with me He used to walk past the store all the time and used to come in. Man, I want to work in here. I said, man, you're too young to be working. Nah, man, I want to work. His mother came. That boy said he want to work for you and all this and all that. He started working in the store, coming on the weekends, doing a little cleanup and stuff. He understood. I could look. He understand what I mean by it. I'd be like, yo, Fern, take care of her for me. He understands what that means. Yo, take care of her, yo. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? When she not looking. That means 2 shoes and 2 outfits for each kid. And I ain't gonna take them to Etonics. I'm not taking it, because although Etonics is a classic now, I ain't gonna hit them off with K-Swisses. They coming through. I'm talking about 2-tone Air Force One, the 10 and the burgundy joints with the flowers on them and all that. I'm talking about the all white and the pink outline joints, yo. What? I'm talking about the nice glitter joints. Air Forces, Vandals, Blazers, yo. Blazers, Vandals, Air Force Ones, Air Raids, Terminators, Dion's, Garnett's, Vicks, The Question Iversons, The Answer Iverson, Jordan 2s, Jordan 3s, Jesus, the Dunks, yo. Ain't a shoe I don't know. It's not a shoe that I don't know. I sold all of them, yo. I know. I could look at any shoe, all the shoes the kids is doing. I'm like, yo, when I was selling Jordans, yo, I was selling the packets. They used to send them 20 and 3 together. The 17s and the 6s. You know what I mean? They mixing them up like that in the compilations. I had all that shit. I had the Olympic jerseys with the number 9s. So I said, yo, go ahead and get right. Now I'm over here doing my thing. Remember, I got an ice cream truck outside for anybody who come in with a kid buying something, they get free ice cream. Ice cream truck outside. Free ice cream back to school. Oh, don't forget, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to do giveaways in the gym. That's the reason why they give me the key to the city. If you want to, you can look it up. Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Key to the city, the mayor. Celebration. We stood there. The deli advanced. I got a quote when I said, children have so many problems they have to go through. I don't want their clothes to be a hindrance to their learning. I want them to go looking like all the other children. That way they won't be bullied and they won't feel inadequate and left out. That's my quote in the deli advance. Because I love to give to the people. 2 outfits each. 4 kids running around. So he takes on it. You like this one and like that? She's like, nah, I like that one. Okay. Put all that in the bag. She's like, I don't know. You put all this in the bag, but you know I told you what I had, E. I said, all right. I said, y'all happy? Yes. You get ice cream? No. So when you go outside, make sure you get ice cream. You gonna be a good boy? Yeah. You gonna listen to your mother? Yes. Give me 5. All right. You give me. Okay, baby. Yes. All right. Here you go. The $117. She's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you. Yeah. Do your thing. All the money I made from everybody else is okay. Because even if I didn't make up money from all these people, I should be able to look out for you, sister. You know what I mean? I should be able to look out for them. These are my children. You know? These are my babies. Because a father of one is a father of all. If you can't love all babies, you can't just love your baby. That's not love. Love is not selective. Love is for all. For all. I never met a child that I wouldn't help. I never met a child that I would hurt. Never. 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 Even Jesus said, give the children their way and let them come to him, because the kingdom of God is for them. These kids are so happy. So happy. They are so happy. You know what I mean? I pray to the Lord one day I could just sit down and just give. Just people coming in, okay, all right, have a good day, thank you. And then they're just taking stuff. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing more gratifying than that. I remember that story, but it's not like I remembered everybody who purchased stuff that gave me money. But I remember those stories because it resonated with my soul. You know what I mean? That sister was able to send her children to school with the gear that shoes and things was the name of my store. 2802 Colley Avenue, right on the corner in Park Place in Norfolk, Virginia. Gangster. The Clips in them. Allen Iverson. Gilly the Kid came to my store. Gilly. He did a video in my joint. Gilly. It's on YouTube. With a dude named Gutter. And they coming in and out of the store. It's a little corner store. I couldn't fit shoes and things up there. I just put S and things. Because the sign, man, the man wanted to charge me so much, I had to just shorten it up. But that's all the stuff we used to do. One business trickle down to the other business. Once there's a surplus, you add it to this one. And then I got the food truck. And then I got the this. And then I was able to transition into that. And then, yeah. But somebody come in, they're going to leave with something. I've never said, nah, man, hell nah. Never. I do not remember it. I do not remember it. I do not remember that. I've always facilitated the people that came and wanted help from me. You know, and I try to give them more than they asked for because I had it. And I never let material things make me feel so sad or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I've been here. Ever since then, it's been 20 something years. I haven't punched no clock. I've just been working for myself. Look at my property. Look at my property. Look at my property. Hold on. See my property? That's what I'm working on right now. You see my property? Ain't God good to me? You see? Ain't God? Look at this. See that? Hey? God is good to me. 3 bedrooms, right? And this is my rental property. That's not even where I live. This is where I'm renting now. Ain't that beautiful? Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. You know what it is. Everything we do it big. You feel me? But you always thinking of another business. See, I have to clean all this out. But look what happened. Somebody was selling this for $200. See that? $200. I bought it. Now I'm looking for somebody, barbershop, beauty salon, somebody to just let me put it in and I'll split the money with them. And we can make money. But I'm always looking for a way to make some dollars. Because do not let that business die in your hands. If you have to transition. Don't let that money die, because once that money dies, it's over. You got to keep that money moving. It got to stay alive. Right here is going to be, I'm putting all these dirt right here because this is where the garden going to be. Nothing is perfect, but you can do it if you want. We are all here to have an experience as human beings. We are not humans. We're just here having a human being experience. It's like I'm telling you, your son, I'm taking you to Disney World, but you got to put on your rain suit. And you put your rain suit on. And while you in Disney for the 3 hours, that's what you rock. And you heard. And then all of a sudden, you take your rain suit off. You don't need it no more. That's what happened when you die. You just take this. This right here is gone. But when you touch this, it's connected to your soul. See, it's a connection like a Velcro. Until it tears apart, when you do this, you could feel it because your nerves and everything is attached to the Wi-Fi. It's like the Wi-Fi is what's making you feel like the component, which is the tangible body, is being touched. It's connected to that Wi-Fi. And that Wi-Fi is telling, yo, somebody touching your arm, bro. Why I say that? Because if the nerves go fucked up in your arms, somebody could stab that bitch. But that Wi-Fi will not receive that information because your connection is blocked. Why you scared to death about death, pun intended? Why you scared to death about death? You die every night. You scared of something you have no control over. How about my children? Your children gonna be all right. You're not the first one that died and left children. Do what you're doing here now. Get into real estate. Go into downtown. Ask about the sales and the auctions. Ask about tax delinquency. Ask about all this stuff these people online telling you to give them $7.99 so they can teach you in a freaking class. I pray that I don't talk like this, and next thing you know, you see me on Earn Your Leisure. I'll be like, $15.99. You'll be like, look at him. He said he wouldn't do that. Nah, man. I have to tell you this. If you really want to know something, you can learn it right here. While there's a person who's learning from someone else for free, and they're coming to charge you for it. The only reason why we have to pay is because we don't want to learn. There's a lot of things I really don't be wanting to do. Like this right here, physical work was not a thing I like to do. I did not really like physical work. Labor, lifting shit and all that, I didn't like that. Even now I struggle a little bit. But I do what I have to do. Now this is done. I did this. It was all over the place. While I was talking to you guys, I was able to do it. And I'm going to keep working. I have to go to Lowe's. I got to pick up some couplers to put some plumbing stuff together because my water, this is the third time of me trying to do it and it leaks. This is third time is a charm. Even buying all of the components to put it together, I'm still not a quarter near what someone else would have charged me if they came here. So I can be wrong 3 times and still don't spend a quarter when this dude was going to charge me $1. Some will say, well, I would rather pay $1 and just get it done one time. That's good. You're 100% right. But when are you ever going to learn like he did? It's trial and error. You ever got into a job and you never thought you'd be able to work everything and all of a sudden now you're expert at it? It just takes time. A baby couldn't hold his head up. And then after a month or 2, whatever time, start to try to hold the head up. Everything is timing. What do we want? Money. That's the reason why we even listen to some of these clowns on YouTube. Money. We were trying to find out a way where we could make some money so we could be financially free. But we don't even understand what that means because when we become free and we take on more work and we never really free. I don't know if it's freedom from work is what we want. I think we want freedom of mind to know that we don't have to if we don't want to. And because of that, we'll do whatever it is. We could work more for ourselves than we would work for anyone else. But we just want to make sure if I do not want to, I don't have to. If I need 2,000, I have it. But believe me, after you get 100,000, you're still gonna have that anxiety. 100,000, I'm like, damn. You still got that anxiety. You never really secure in yourself, knowing that you don't have to worry about financials. You know, at any given time, things could go awry. But I tell you this, though, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that I have acquired doing the things that I've done, if everything got taken away from me right now, I could take it. I could bring it all back. That's the only difference. That's the difference in learning. The difference when you learn something, they could never take it away from you. You think somebody can't tell? You think I'm not going to remember about an elbow and a 45? I'm not going to remember about a coupler and a reducer. I'm not going to remember about a union. I'm not going to remember about 1-inch pipes. I'm not going to remember about half an inch, 3/4 hot, 3/4 cold. I'm not gonna remember that. If one has to join the other, you need a piece that's gonna have 3/4 hot going into 3/4 cold. These are things that I never knew. Which glue is best? I didn't know anything about that. I sheetrock this whole crib. I never did sheetrock before. One piece of sheetrock is like 60 something pounds. First time I lived, I was like, oh, fuck. But the more I lift the sheetrock, the more I lift it, now the stronger I got, the stronger my body got. And then I got used to it, and I just. I come back. Old man said you got to stagnate them. You can't have the seams going one way. You have to put the piece here. Next time you put the piece there. Now I know that. The ceiling, I had to take them, bring them up, and hold it on my head and push it up and put 2 screws real quick and try to get it cold up, and then I do it. And then I mud it and everything. I did that. This whole crib. I did this whole house because somebody came and stole all the wires out of this house. I had to open the walls in order to rewire this whole house. That was $15,000 loss. A thief I was running around here doing this to people. Oosa, oosa, oosa. I'm gonna get on. I have to chill. I can't get like this, Lord, please. I don't want to hurt nobody. I'm not gonna go after this man. I'm gonna leave him alone, Lord. Nah, he's 11 years. He's running from the police. They give him 11. God don't fight for you. Don't make the wrong decision. Don't do it. Sometimes it's better to walk away. Better to walk away even from something. It's already happened. Because right now, what I could have done, I could have crashed out and then everything would have been lost. Everything would have been lost. My kids would have missed me. And his life wouldn't, I would have taken a life or I would have snapped. No, man. You know what? I'm going to figure this thing out. My house is wired. Everything is put up. I learned something. I didn't let anybody take me off my square. Somebody else could look at you like, no, I would never let nobody. You know what? Stay away from me, please, if that's the type of person you are. If you ain't going to tell me to call my mother when I have a problem with her, if you ain't going to tell me to call my son when I have a problem with him, if you ain't going to tell me to call my family members when we have a little spat, if you're going to add fuel to the fire, you're going to tell me I need to crash out and kill somebody so I could go to prison for the rest of my life, you're not the person I want to be around anyway, sir. Okay? I need you to teach me how to be meek. Now, if somebody come here and smack me in my face, that's a different story. You understand? That's a different story. You understand? But I'm not going to go crash out because no. No, even if I wanted to, maybe perhaps, you know what I'm talking about, it wouldn't be on some emotional shit. You lose everything like that. Look how that man was in that car and shot. May he rest in peace and all his family members, be a better place. I know they're going through it. He was in his car. Somebody came with a burner and he got out of the fucking car. Got out of the car and confronted the people and they said, give me your chain. He said, hell no. Mistake. Although he's going to heaven, therefore we all have a date. That's his date. Even though it looks so gruesome, that's the way he should go. But man, I ain't coming out that car. I'm giving you that chain, bro. I'm gonna give you that chain. Most of these jewelers, they know we don't know anything about jewelry. They are capitalizing on us and giving us fake jewelry anyway. We don't know nothing about jewelry. We just know if we have money, we have to go get a chain. I was listening to someone on YouTube, and he was saying, if you have money, this is all the things that you need to get. And he was saying, you need a chain, you need a... My jewels is in here. You see? My jewels is in here. My jewels is in here. My jewels is in here. This is the Akashic Records. This is where the Akashic Records is. This is the library from the first man that has ever been made. Your umbilical cord is attached to your mother, and that's attached to her mother. That is attached to her mama, and they keep going on and on. That's where you need to go through meditation. God is gonna open this up, and then it's gonna open it up, and then it's gonna go to your vertebrae column, and it's gonna go up in your Abdullah Abrangada, and then it's gonna reach your pineal gland or pineal, and then you're gonna get the enlightenment you need. That's where you need to go. Right here is your jewel. That's the jewel. Remember they said, is the diamond in here? Remember? It's a diamond in there. Remember? Enlighten this. Some people have it, well, it's calcified. Have you ever looked at your battery and you see all the little gunk and stuff around it? Or maybe your electric water heater? You see all these little things coming out of it, and your teeth when you don't brush it. You see how it calcifies. Some people's pineal are calcified. It's not open yet. See, some of them is just calcified. They can't break through. You need to do your meditation, and you need to ask for what you need. Your Akashic Records, your pineal gland, your Abdullah Abrangada, and then you have your Shekinah. Your Shekinah. That's where the fire comes up at. You see, you raise it. It's the Kundalini that's dormant as a snake. And then when you get it awakened, and it rises all the way up. It rises all the way up. Elixir, something, a gold elixir rise up, and it goes right here. And then it opens you up to a lot of opportunities and experiences, things you never knew you knew. You could be talking like I'm talking right now. You're talking about stuff that you never knew you knew. But this is guiding you. That's all you need. That's why everybody could be living in hell, and you living in heaven right here where they at. Because perception is reality. Yesterday I was at the crib where I live at, and I came over here. I stood there in meditation, and I really went in. And I promise you, I was sitting, and I forgot where I was. I was sitting here, but I was there. And then I believed it with all my heart that I was here, sitting on that right here, because I came all the way over here to my visualization. Everything I want, I always go through here in order to get it. That's why I'm here right now, in front of a property. When 4 years ago I was sitting in the Altima in the back, sleeping in the back of the Holiday Inn. Now I got property I live in, I got property I rent out, I got property I'm fixing. Hey, if I could do it, you could do it. Look at me. Look at me. I'm not so pretty. You know what I mean? I'm not so cute. You know? But God said we look like him, so he looked like all of us collectively. I might just be the elbow or something. Who knows? You know? If we're God's body, I might be a foot. But you can't cut your foot off, because we need a whole body. And this is aesthetics anyway. This is bullshit. That's not who you are. Because somebody could throw acid in your face right now. Who are you? If it was just about your looks. You could have a stroke right now, your first turn. Who are you? Brother, sister? You could start walking around with a limp now. Nobody wants to deal with you the way they wanted to deal with you when you walking like this. Who are you? Don't get caught up in all that. A friend of mine named Charles, we went to school together when we were in college. Charles had a girlfriend, and the girlfriend was burnt. And one day we were talking, and she pulled her picture out and showed me what she used to look like. Jesus Christ. This girl was burnt now. The fact that she had green eyes, it made it look a little bit, no disrespect, a little bit gruesome because with the green eyes, the way it looked, the way she was burnt, the kids were afraid of her. The same green eyes, when you look at that picture that had everybody going crazy. Now that same green eye is something that she's like, damn, I wish my eyes wasn't green. The fact that I was burnt and my eyes were green made me look kind of bugged out. And she showed me what she looked like. So it ain't about that. You know what I mean? It ain't about that. I think we have to come here and try to realize why we here. Why are we here? How did we get here? Try to figure this thing out. Figure this thing out. Everything that the human being do is mimicking what God does. That's the reason why the television is mimicking life. The same way you're looking at the television screen, this is a screen. This is a whole screen right here. This is a screen right here. You see this? This is just like it's just like the movie's playing in front of you. The movie's playing in front of you, but you're in it. It looks so real. There's nobody who could tell you this is not real. But if you fall out right now, and nobody was here to say that you lived, whoever would have known that you lived? Whoever knew that your auntie in the 16 something lived? She vanished into thin air. The only reason why anybody know anyone else live is because there's generations to tell what happened last generation. That means if the generation ceased to exist, there's nothing to ever say that we were ever in existence, which means that existence is nothing but an illusion. It's not true. Just like when I close my eyes like this here, this is what the truth is right here. Darkness is the truth. So remember in the beginning it was nothing but darkness? Light is temporary, y'all. Darkness is forever. Darkness is forever. When you're inside your mother, you're in the darkness. You're not in the darkness in your mother's stomach? Hello? You're in the darkness in your mother's stomach. You can't even breathe. You're of water. That's why you know this is an illusion. How you in the water and you're not drowning? How you not drowning and you're in that water? And then it's piss too. You didn't know that was your mother piss? Oh, you didn't know. I have to tell you. They call it amino acid though. They want it to be nice to you. And your mama pee pee. And then you piss inside of your mother. You piss like, what was it? Half a cup a day or something? You pissing all of your mama. Yo, man, it's a beautiful connection, dog. That is so good, man. You can't even fathom what God does. You inside of your mother. You pissing inside of her. Her piss is what's keeping you alive. You're getting all the information through your umbilical cord. You're getting food. You're getting information. You're getting vibration. All that shit. And then when you come out, you can't eat nothing. She just put her TT in your mouth. And then you drink. You eat. And you all rough and shit with her. They be jumping on the titty like, ah. And then they got gums. They be biting on it and every damn thing. The mother's, you know what I mean? She go to sleep. This guy's on her titty. He's watching TV. He's being mischievous. He go back and it's just beautiful. God is good, man. But we are caught up in this thing right here to have an experience, and it looks so real that stress take us and hurt and sadness and the media and racism and this and that and then being afraid. And then all this stuff is stopping us from understanding and knowing who we really are. But who we are is a God. You understand? That's why John 10:34 said, didn't I tell you that you are God and it's written in the word and the word could never be changed? I'm paraphrasing. John 10 verse 34. Jesus answered. Jesus said, didn't I tell you that you God? Didn't I say that to you? That the word cannot be changed. You are God. You're not the big G. You're the little G. You know what that means? You can create. You want a baby? Jump on your wife. You want watermelon? Put a seed down. You want a house? Build it. I give you all everything you want. You just have to wake up and see it. So everything they do on earth is to make us not understand what I'm talking about right now. They do not want you to understand it. Where the hell did I get this from? Nobody in my family talk like this. I've been talking like this since I was a little boy. My mother used to say, where the hell you get these things from? What are you talking about? She's like, leave me alone. This boy always coming to talk about some stuff. What are you talking? Even till this day. My mother can't even take me. She can't take the vibration. It's too high for her. And she's my mother. Sometimes your mother made you to be her teacher. Just because your mother made you don't mean that you are not on a higher level. She made you because you need a mother in order for you to come here. Even Jesus had to come through Mary. Even Jesus had to come through Mary. Sometimes your mother make you just so you can teach her how to be or how not to be. My mother used to be like, what the hell? Even now, she's like, this boy's always talking about something. I said, y'all don't celebrate birthdays. Oh boy, there you go with this. Why you don't celebrate birthdays? I said, because every day is my birthday. I was born again. Every day is my birthday. If I celebrate one day, I have to celebrate all days because all days are as good as any day. That's why I don't celebrate. I don't celebrate no days, and I celebrate all days. When I wake up, I say, thank you, God, for waking me up to have another experience and see another day. Bless everybody in the world, Lord. And sometimes I might pray individually. See, it's just the way I do. And you're not for everybody when you're vibrating on a high frequency. You might just come in the room and people just cannot stand you. They don't like you. You're repulsive to them. They're like, I don't like him. Why don't you like? I don't know. It's something about him. Might it be the truth staring you dead in your face? I don't have the urge to go in a crowd. I don't have the urge to go party with people. I don't have the urge for people to give me validation. I don't have the urge to sit around and talk about LeBron James. I don't have the urge to talk about somebody's legs. Look at her ass. Look at her titties. Don't tell me no stuff like that. Okay? I don't want to know about that. I don't want to look at her ass. I don't want to look at her titties. I don't want to look at nothing about her. I want to stay focused on what I'm doing. Y'all lose your mind and get off focus because of sex. You want to bust a nut. You give your whole world up to somebody who's plotting on you. Somebody who's actively trying to get up off your misery. Somebody who doesn't even care who they procreate with because as long as they can get some money. It's not their fault. It's not their fault because that's what the system is telling them what to do. Whether it's a man plotting on a woman or a woman plotting on a man, I know that's what's going on in this world. So, look, I'm just trying to live the rest of my days doing the things that I love. If I never have sex again, that's fine because I had children already and I did what I was supposed to do. It's okay. Don't cry for me, Argentina. I'm not chasing anything or anybody for that matter. Because a lot of the time when you chase people and then after you had the sex that you wanted so bad, at the time, at the time of conclusion, within seconds, you're looking at this person like, what is the exit strategy? It's not what you wanted, man. The body that she chose to come to earth with as a soul, that's you just want to jump on top of that body because you're looking for nurture, you're looking for that warmth, you're looking for that mothering, you're looking for that. And then it lasts a couple of seconds after that, you're like, man, this is not fulfilling enough. It's not fulfilling for her or for you. It might be fulfilling for her, it might not be fulfilling for you, vice versa, whatever the case may be. And it wasn't worth anything anyway. I ain't never walked out on the street and somebody's like, he slept with 50,000 knowledgeable women. I could see it in his eyes. Look at the way he walks. I know he laid down a bunch of women. Nobody. Nobody. Nobody ever was gonna die and say, "Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to, I'm not gonna be able to sleep with women no more." No, they're like, "Oh my God, I wish I could live another day. Jesus, could you give me some time?" That's what people are saying. I'm not worried about none of that shit. You think somebody dying? It's like my chain. No, no, man. Take that money that you have and put it in a property like this, and it will give you money every month. Could you imagine if somebody give you $1,000 every month? 1,000 with respect. How you doing, sir? Hey, ma'am. How are ya? Everything okay? Yeah, everything is good. Here you go, sir. I gave you 2 months because next month I'm not gonna be here, and I'm paying you in advance. Oh, sister, okay, I appreciate you. Well, you have a good day. Hey, little Johnny, you grown up, ain't you, boy? All right. Instead of buying the chain gonna pay you every month. The chain gonna pay you every month. You have a chain around your neck. What you have a chain around your neck for? Don't adorn the body, adorn the mind. Don't adorn the body, adorn the mind. Go into your mind. Go into your two brains. You have one brain over here. You have one brain over here. Huh? Right there. Your brains. Huh? Collectively connect the two. When you close your eyes, you won't feel like this here. When you try to meditate and everything is coming. You ever close your eyes and you say you can't close your eyes for but long? You can't close your eyes long because it's a lot of distraction. When I close my eyes, I don't see no distraction because I've been doing it for so long. There's nothing. It's just straight darkness until I bring up an image. I can go in your house right now. I can fly up right now and look over this right here. I swear. I can sit right here and go up and I can go over this house and look at the chimneys and everything. If my soul is not doing it, well, I'm visualizing it. It's coming to fruition. Michael Jordan said, before I hit any shot, I think about it going in and I can see myself celebrating. So that means it must mean something. Muhammad Ali never said nothing negative about himself. I'm the greatest. I'm the best. I shook up the world. I'm going to beat you. You can't see me. And I'm this. Positivity. Positive. Positive. Instead of saying, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, I say, I know I'm going to be able to do it. Oh, I'm going to kill this. I can feel it, boy. I'm going to kill this when I get over there. Oh, my God, I'm going to drop 40 tonight. I'm telling you, bro, I can feel it. Don't talk about yourself in a negative connotation. For what? If God said you could do whatever you want, why are you talking yourself in a negative connotation anyway? If you have to say something, why don't you just say something good? I have a friend of mine, whenever we work together, he's always talking negative about someone. I stay neutral. Yeah, man, they must be getting that money from somewhere and shit, right? I mean, damn, who come over here, they got 2 trucks and they getting that. I said, well, a lot of people work very hard in order to get this stuff. Now, 2 trucks, how the hell is somebody gonna afford 2 trucks? Well, some people get one car first, and after they pay it off, then they get something else as a reward for themselves. Nah, man, nah, hell nah. Yeah, I'm staying in my square. I'm not gonna allow what you saying to dictate who I am. I know who I am. I talk positively about you. I talk positively about me. I talk about the things that I want. I don't talk about the things I don't want. I stay away from the people that's going to get me in a negative way. I already know I'm different from everybody. So I stay to myself and I meditate and I do the things that I love. And what do I love? I love to read books. I love to listen to spirituality talk. I love to listen to documentaries. I love to work on my properties. I love my children and my family. These are the things I really care for. Everything else is really, I don't, it's not like somebody could call me, yo, there's a party over your son, there's all white. Yo, we gonna be doing your son, the girls. Man, I'm not dealing with all that, bro. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not, yo. Ain't nothing but lust and ain't nothing gonna happen. I'm gonna hook up with somebody and then I'm gonna feel like, man, I shouldn't even be here, bro. And this is not this girl talking about, yeah, because my weave and all this. There's no disrespect, but that's not what I want to talk about. This girl want to talk about, yeah, no, I don't want to talk about none of that. It offends me. I start to, you see me do this right here? Look, if you see me doing this right here, look, I can't take it no more. I have to go. I can't listen to that. I can't listen to none of that. It just offends me. I cannot. I could only take a little bit of it. I can't be right there. And then I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. Nah, man, I don't want to be around none of that. I'm not no better than anybody else, but I'm trying to elevate to the highest level that I need to in order for me not to come back on earth and have to do this again. I don't want to come back here and have to be a human being again and have to grab a shovel again and have to shovel dirt again and have to go and do this again. Although it's nice to have properties, but I would rather not have a body. Then I won't need a house. If I don't have a body, I won't need no sex. If I don't have a body, I won't need no validation. If I don't have a body, I won't need a hug. If I don't have a body, it won't hurt me when you say something about me. If I don't have a body. The body is what's making me have a problem. If I don't have a body, I won't have to wash my ass every day and brush my teeth because I know I don't have a body now. I'm ubiquitous. I can go whenever I want, wherever I want. I'm free and I'm just moving about. Right now, I'm limited. If I run over here right now, I'm going to bust this. I'm not vibrating on a fifth dimensional level. I'm going to bust up my head. But if I don't have a body, I could do anything I want. Just like when I meditate and I spiral into the air and I do the loops and I run here and I fly there and I do this and I go through a wall. I do all that when I meditate. I just visualize doing this shit like a Superman. I be running, I say I'm gonna run through this wall and I run through it and I go on the other side of it. Just do meditation, yo. That's the only way I could do that. Even in my dreams, yo. Back in the day when I was dreaming, I had no kind of control over my dream. The other day I was dreaming, and then when I was dreaming, there was a big cobra snake. He got up and he started coming towards me. I had some in my hand just like that. I waited. When he came, I hit his ass in the head. Bow! Even in the spiritual world, I'm busting ass. I hit that cobra in the goddamn head so hard. So spiritual works ain't working against me. You want to send a cobra while I sleep? I mash up the cobra head. I'll send you your cobra back with no head. If you cut the head off the snake, I bust that snake right upside the dome. Bow! Yeah, man. Anyway, I rented enough, you know. Sometimes I need to talk. I could talk like this forever. But nobody want to listen to me, though. That's why I appreciate y'all on the internet. I really appreciate y'all because at least I could look and I can see 4 or 5 people listening. At least I know there's a couple of souls out here who resonate with the talk. Because it's hard to be just alone out here and nobody understands you. Siblings can't get it. They can't get it. They don't understand. They don't get it when I'm trying to explain to them. It's like, oh, there he go again. God damn, bro. We can't even chill, bro. Like, like, if you're talking to me, this is the only thing I have for you, man. I don't have anything for you but what's coming from my Akashic records, bro, from my memory, yo. My whole entire soul is telling me I need to move forward, and I'm trying to explain that to y'all so y'all can move forward. That way you don't have to keep coming into this world and doing the same thing over and again. Because it's about going on a higher consciousness. Because remember, you fell down here. So now you have to climb up so you can get back to your rightful place. And the only way you're going to do that is by meditation and chanting and staying on your square and not being in this world, which is the reason why Jesus Christ said, I'm not of it. I'm not of the world. I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world. That means I could be walking here in the midst of all these people with a different vibration. And everybody around me, I move here. It took them a little bit of time, but everybody around here already feel my vibration. They know what I'm about. They know what I'm about. See? They could be talking to somebody else when they see me. How you doing, sir? How you doing? Because that's the way I talk to them. How you doing, sir? Everything all right? Good. Everything. You know what I mean? With respect and admiration. When you come with me with a rah-rah shit, I don't try to change you for you to be any different than what you are, but I'm going to bring who I am to this equation. I'm not going to follow you, but if you follow me, then you following something good. But I'm not going to allow what you are to dictate what I'm going to be, because I know I'm living in the truth and I'm living in righteousness. So you have to follow that. And you know what? I have to lead one before I could lead 100. I have to be at least a leader of myself. Does not mean that I don't fall short to the glory, because we are all having a human being experience as a soul. So you're going to fall short to the glory, but pick up the pieces. If you do something wrong, apologize. Don't be wrong and strong. Don't be wrong and strong. Some people are wrong and strong. If you're wrong and strong, then you're not vibrating at the level you should. Sometimes it's hard to go with somebody that you don't really mess with like that. They say, yo, that was all me, yo. My bad. I really, you know what I'm talking about? You don't have to deal with them no more. They don't have to deal with you no more. But you have to take accountability for the fact that you were wrong. Sometimes you're not wrong in the message. Sometimes you're wrong in the deliverance of the message. Sometimes you just smack it in their face. And you're wrong for smack it in their face. So you have to admit to that. You know what I mean? That's what part of growing is. When you take none of this stuff in this world to heart, that's when you grow. Even people dying, you have to understand. Did we cry when this person was born? No, don't cry when they're dead. It's going to be hard, but that's what you have to understand. If you know what you should know, you would cry when the baby's born. You would laugh when the person is dying. You would be happy when the person dies. And when the baby is born, you would cry and say, "Oh, little baby, I'm sorry I had to bring you into this world. Now I'm going to be afraid that someone's going to kidnap you. Now I'm going to be afraid that somebody's going to poison you. Now I'm going to be afraid that somebody's going to abuse you. Now I'm going to be afraid I'm not going to have enough to feed you. Now I'm going to be afraid I'm not going to teach you what you need to know. Now I'm going to be afraid that you're going to die before I do. Now I'm going to be afraid that you're going to fall to the streets. This world is terrible. So that's why you should cry for a baby. If a baby came here, that means the soul has not reached its zenith, its plateau. The soul has not reached the highest level that it should be. That's why it's coming back on this earth. Only a few of us out here ask God to come back and say, look, I'm coming back for a reason. And only a few of us remember what we were supposed to come back for. That's why we preaching this thing. You might find a crazy one like me. You might find another one like me. But you know, we all sound kind of the same. We all kind of sound like similar to one another. Because this is the message that is being given to us from a higher level, from a higher power. And we're cultivating it. And then we are sharing it. And everybody looking at us all crazy. Oh, there go this guy again. My brother does that. I start talking, oh. As soon as I open my mouth, he's like, oh, Jesus, God, dog. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm for the people. That's why they said Jesus spoke the language of the people. The people that come for the people. They don't come for themselves. I'm like, look at me. Yo, look at my chain, yo. Look at my chain. That's lower level frequency. That's the red. I don't even like to wear the color red. I didn't know that, but I purchased a few things that have red and I never really wear them. I got a 2-piece red suit and I can't get with it. No disrespect to anyone that loves red, but red is a color of the lowest frequency. See? The first chakra is red. Some people, that's the only chakra that's activated. That's why they run behind food and be gluttonous and they eat till they get too big. That's the reason why they sexing everybody. and thinking that's what makes them a man or a woman. Yeah, I had it like this, you know what I'm saying? And I turned around, I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm gonna sit on the phone for you to tell me this story? Huh? You think I'm gonna sit on this phone for you to tell me this story over and over? You wanna tell me what you did in the sexual escapade, and you think I'm gonna sit here and listen to that? Man, you must be done lost your mind, dog. I'm gonna stop you right there and say, listen, man, you see when you have these kind of things, don't call me with that. Don't call me with none of that. I'd rather make you feel uncomfortable so you can understand. Don't come at me any kind of way. It's better for you to have some kind of respect for me to understand certain things you don't talk to me about instead of you burdening me with you having sex with a woman. Come on, man. You think I want to sit there and listen to that? Think that's what I want to know how you did? Really? No. Why don't you call me and talk about why are we here, sir? Why did God put us here? What do you think? Sometimes I just sit down and my left ear just ring like ring. What is that about? I know it happens to everybody. Sometimes you might even feel targeted. And people say, man, he crazy. If YouTube ain't gonna target you, all you got is 240 subscribers. It's like, don't you think they know who's who? Why do you think they listen to you? And then they give you back yourself in the form of AI. All of the stuff that you said over the phone, all the stuff you said to Google, they take it all in a compilation and they give it back to you and say it's AI. These people could never have any information that I don't give them. The only information they'll have is information that comes from me. Because the only information on earth is the information of man, the study of man. That's the only thing they do is mimic. Even the cars, they shape like a person. Two eyes, two legs, four legs. This is the mouth. Same thing. Everything they do, even the house, the plumbing, just like your veins. They want the circulation, and your veins go like this, and this one go up, and shit don't ever travel upwards, it go down. It's the same thing, bro. Everybody's trying to mimic what God done in order for them to do something. They can never come up with an idea. Nothing new under the sun. They can't come with an idea that God never did before. Never. There's no way. They can't come up with a color that God never painted before. You know how God is. God be stunting. Sometimes you look at the sky, you say, man, you just stunting today. Purple? You gonna throw pink on that too? So you got purple and pink and all that on that. Okay. You want to know how to dress? Look at the greens. You got the little yellow, and then they get the green, and they get the neon. Then you got the forest green, and you got the dark green, and then you got the brown, and then the orange. Oh my God, in the fall time, you got the burgundy. Come on, God is the best. God is the best. That's the reason why I could never sell my soul. Why would I sell my soul for material things when I have everything already? I have everything. God made me with every single thing that I need. And I'm going to sell my soul so I can get chains. What kind of slap in the face is this for God? Boy, them people lost their minds. So you gonna sell your soul so you could get chained? That way you could. I want to feed my kids. They always say that. I gotta feed my children. You got $50 million. You're not working to feed your children, brother. $50 million. You can buy 100 acres and pay for it cash, and give these people 20 years worth of taxes up front. With inflation, put a little bit more on it. 20 years worth of taxes up front. I pay for my land, and 20 years worth and I fence the whole entire land. I got king corsos and everybody protecting the land, and I have a house right in the middle of it, and I'm chilling for the rest of my life. I don't need to work. $50 million is still talking about every day you work and you taking care of your children. Have you ever thought about Beyonce, which I love? She's a good sister. All these people are good people. Have you ever thought about it? Beyonce's at the Good Morning America, and then she has to go here, and then she got to perform there, and then she got to London, and it looks so great because she's flying on a private jet. But Nas said, "I've been successful so long that doesn't, I don't, it don't even feel like it no more." It's like this has become the part of your life. The only reason why you think you're gonna be so happy because you're not living like that. If you were living like that, it'd just be life. You wake up with a headache the same way. You'd have to go to the bathroom after you eat ice cream because most of the black people are lactose intolerant, but we don't want to get off the milk. We're the only ones who drink milk after our adolescence. The milk is supposed to be made for the little calf, and we drinking it. And they're telling us we need milk for our bones. Jesus Christ. You're supposed to drink milk only because you can't digest food. After you could digest food, milk is not for you. So these people that work so hard, and you see them with them big chains, and then they be walking the chains be like kring, 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 and they be walking like they look. So the chain could go kring, kring. So now everyone think wealth is around your freaking neck. Yeah, you know, Shane, I got money and they showing it. It's like, that's your money? So your chain, so all of your money is on you right now. Nah, bro. So if you lose this chain, you lost $150,000. Like the boy finesse 2 times, his mother's on the line, his mother's on the internet. She said, I never got $20,000, $30,000 at a time. But he bought his friend a watch. Yeah, you know, that's my man, yo, word, bun, yo, you know what I'm saying? And you bought him a watch? And your mother didn't eat yet? I'm going to help everybody in the world. But my mother is going to eat first. Most of the people that were never loved enough, most of the people that don't know who they are, most of the people that are inadequate feeling, most of the people that don't have what you call confidence, they give people what they don't have. I'm going to give you something, but I got to have it first. I'm not going to give it to you if I can't. What I look like giving you this house, this is my house right here. You see that? We're working on it and we're fixing it. Working on it, we're fixing it. It's paid for. Sorry. Sorry. My house is paid for. I don't have a mortgage. So I'm going to give you this house, and I don't even have a house myself just because I want to be a good person to you. No, man. No. What they say, charity start from home. My mother is going to eat first. Then I'm going to get everybody eat. First thing I'm going to do is buy that piece of land and erect that house in the middle of it for my mama. Make sure she good. Then I'm going to go out there and be like, yo, Fuquan, Muhammad and all them, Abdul, Ray, Peanut, come on through, man, let me break bread. But family, the home front is right. You think I might have my mama online talking like, she hurt, and so she said she had to go to work. Still, that shit hurt. That hurts. And that boy looked just like her. And she said, I gotta go to work. She said, I had to beg that lady to give me a job. If your mother never pushed you out, boy, you'd never have a rap career. Boy, if your mother never pushed you out, you'd never be here. Never. Even if you don't believe in the Bible, just remember, honor your mother and your father, your day shall be longer. How you doing, butterfly? You're a beautiful butterfly. Bring good news for us. Take care of your mother. Huh? Take care of your mother. Your mother didn't know no better. That's why she made those mistakes. She didn't know. Think if she knew, she would have done that. Your mother don't know how to love. Ain't nobody really love your mother. Most of the time, the reason why your mother had you is because your father wanted to see how her ass felt. That's all. She was walking, her ass was jiggling, and he wanted to see how it felt. And then he ended up having you. And that's how y'all end up being here. Some of y'all, your mother and your father was in love. But no matter how it comes, man. If my mother never wanted to speak to me again, I would drop the key off like this. Here, this your house over there. That house is yours. Don't bash me across the dome. Because you know your mother's liable to attack you. They gangster. They be like, what you say? Hey, nothing. 5'5", ready to thump you out. She had you. She remember taking you, putting you to her breast. She remember taking some out of her mouth, putting it in your mouth. She remember kissing you all in your mouth when you're drooling all over her. Hmm. You done ripped her open when she coming out of you, boy. They had to sew her back up. Can't do your mama like that. Give your mother some grace. I love my mother, and she always said, my mother don't say she loved me. She be like, child, I'm the middle child. I don't even get the love like that. You know what I'm saying? Because mothers know, they know who to give all that love to. Because the people that's doing bad, that's who they be trying to love up on. They know he ain't no good. But if I got some money, what do you think I'm thinking about? My mother. That's why I bought this house. This house is supposed to be for my mama. Let me show you. This house right here, I bought this house with my mother in mind. She said she's not gonna leave New York. She's like, hell no, I'm never gonna leave New York. She don't even know. You know, I'm fixing it. If she don't move, that's okay. When we get the rent, she'll get something every month. But that's my mother. If I can't do that for my mother, if I do it for a friend, something is wrong with me. You want to be friends with your friend more than your family? It be your family sometimes. Everybody go through stuff. You know what I mean? Family will make mistakes. You know, sometimes you have to deal with them from afar, but make sure they can eat. Don't have your mother on the internet. If I was finesse two times will never come across my life. But if he did, and I was his friend, I would say finesse, there's a possibility that you might not have no money. Line up a tour. Line up a tour. Make sure it's like a 90-day tour. Go around all them cities. Get all the money you can. And then break bread with your mother, son. Don't say nothing to the internet. Call her one day and say, yo, mom, where you at? Because your mother's not going to deny you. She's only talking like that because she's hurt. She's going to do it. My son is all, this nigga talking about his diamond grill costs 100. His diamond grill costs 100,000. Man, I would have took my mother. I'd say, look, mama, I love you. I know I didn't do what I was supposed to do. But I ain't like you coming to the internet talking like that, mama. It's not right for the family. I don't like that. But you had the right to do it because I wasn't doing right. But let's go. I got something to show you. And I would go and I would show her that apartment. It'd be a condo, paid for. Like, mama, I know how you are. I didn't furnish it. Here's 20 grand for you to get it the way you want. Because I know you ain't going to go to IKEA. I know you're going to the thrift stores. I know you're going there and get what you need. Here's 20 for you to do that. This is paid for. HOA fees. Everything is already paid for. You don't have to pay for nothing. You don't have to pay for nothing. This girl right here, that's my friend. She's like one of the number one people because these rappers ain't all types of people. I beg you, my mother wanna start selling stuff on Amazon. Could you show her? Could you put an account for her? Could you this? I have my mother a string of income coming in. She's gonna die soon. 25 years, 30 years, your mother be gone. Give your mother some love, man. And then you going back at her. Ooh. He called her BITC. Lord have mercy. He called her BITC, y'all. I smacked that boy with this right in his mouth. Bow! Don't you ever, boy. I smacked the grill out your shit. He called his mother a BIT. Lord have mercy. God writes for you fast when you do that. You see, you have your book where God writes. When you do your mother, God writes like this. See? God write like that when you do your mother wrong. I don't give a fuck what she did. She could have smacked the shit out your ass. But if you smack her, oh Lord have mercy, boy. You're going to have to do a lot of good for you to come back from that. A bunch of people come back on earth and they become crackheads and they become killers and they become gangsters. Because the last time they lived, they disrespect their mothers. God brought you, God bring you back here so you could be laying on the ground where people could spit on your ass. Because the representation of God is through your mother. The next thing to God is your mother. God is your mama is God. You don't know no God when you were a baby. All you know is your mother. You want food? Wah! Did you shit? Wah! Did your head hurt you? Wah! You bored? Wah! You just wah! And she knows all that shit. She like, ah, yeah, he don't want nothing. He don't want nothing. And the next cry, she like, go look, what's wrong with my baby? Go. You said, go look what the hell is wrong with my baby. She know that cry. She'll look you over until she find out your problem. Or he got bit by a mosquito. You see my baby got bit right there. Your mother's a psychic. Your mother's a mind reader. Your mother is God. Yeah, some mothers don't know how to mother. Their mothers probably didn't mother them right. But give your mother some grace. If anybody you should forgive, give your mother. Give your mother. If she knew, she wouldn't. When Jesus Christ said, God forgive them for they know not what they done. Because when you do something wrong to somebody, you're really hurting yourself because the karma's coming on you. So Jesus is like, if they knew when they did something to me, they would be fucking themselves up. They would never do it. So because they doing that, that means they don't understand life. Come on, your mother. My mother will snap sometimes, say the worst thing sometimes. But you know what? Let me tell you how I answer my mother when she snap and say the worst things. You know what I say? I say, yeah, that's why I love you so much, because you always give me those good compliments. See? You see how you complimenting me? See how you saying the nicest things? Yeah. And she gets it. She's like, okay. Basically throwing it back in her face, like, look at what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Look what you're saying to me, though. Because there ain't nothing but some people, man. After you grow a certain age, you realize some things your mother don't know. But she just did the best that she could to make you survive. But if I had to talk to Finesse 2 times, don't call your mother no names. And she said she'll smack him, you know, she felt hurt. I ain't arguing with nobody that got one pair of drawers. Talking about your mother here. I ain't arguing with somebody who got one pair of shoes. It's like, damn boy. But you'll probably have a guy who was in a cell with you somewhere when you're doing a bid. And that dude come home and you act like that's your friend, you putting a chain around his neck. You're gonna put a chain around that boy's neck and your mother is working at a job and everybody know that's Finesse 2-time mama. Come on, man. You look just like, if I put a wig on your freaking head, you look just like your mother. She even talk like him. She even talk like him. They talk alike. I like that lady. I like that lady. Man. After you had a son, you pushed that boy out. And she said he's the one who got the most of me. He got the most. All the stuff he did to me. And then she got a felony by somebody scamming her. Well, first of all, my mother would have never got no motherfucking felony. I would have spent bread. My mother got scammed. I would have got me a good lawyer for my mother. She said she was the only one with a public defender. Everybody else had good lawyers. She said her son will pay for other people's lawyers if they get in trouble because he's a good friend, but will not be a good son. So sometimes we have to we have to reevaluate. I gotta run the Lowe's. I got caught up talking to y'all. Gotta run the nose. So over here is where we burn the trash. Burn the trash over here. And I'm gonna leave this for the people who's coming to rent. This is a watermelon. This is this watermelon plant near the fire. It just took over. So I always put some in the ground for the people because I like to do gardens and stuff. As a matter of fact, before I go to Lowe's, I might stop at my house up there and grab me a watermelon out of my garden. See, I do all the things that I love. I love gardening. I love real estate. I love consciousness. I love to know what's going on. And that's what I do. I don't try to fabricate and be and nobody. I'm not. I'm not a gangster. I'm not a killer. I don't want to punch you in your face as hard as I can. None of that shit. It's all about love. And this is the room right here. This room is done. You know what I mean? This room is done. Feel me? It's the bathroom. We're still working on the bathroom. This is us up right here. Every time we put it up, it's leaking. I did the closet myself. I built this. I built this closet. If you know where I came from, you'd be proud of me. I ran the plumbing for this. And then I did, this is the best thing ever. This right here. I got hot water now. I got hot water. But if you look right here, the people that's gonna rent, if you look, can you see? That's a washer and dryer. I'm gonna put the washer and dryer right here for them. I'm gonna put the washer and dryer right here. They're gonna have washer and dryer in here. That's what I'm gonna do. Real estate is a lot of work, but it's worth it. If you work, let's say you work for 6 months. Well, let's say you work for 2 months, 3 months. You get the house fixed and then you rent it out, right? After, let's say you rent it out, you still get money. After 24 months, if you want to, you could refi and get 80% of the house. So if the house is worth 2 something now, you get almost 160,000 off of it. You can go buy more properties. And then your tenants will be paying for your property. Your tenants will be paying for this property, and you could pull the money out cash free. Cash free. You pull that money out, and you can have it in your pocket. Have that money right in your pocket. Pull it out. So let's say you work for 2 years. If you got 160, that's 80,000 a year. That means you work 2 years. For 2 years, the people were paying you, and then you were able to pull 160 out and make you some money. And then you could spend 2, 3, 4 years. If you don't want to go to work for somebody, you don't have to go. You got your time to yourself. So you see it? I got to do something drastic in the front for curb appeal. You see it? You see? Nice spot. You see that? But look, this house right here, I want to buy this one. If I buy that one, I'm going to turn around so I can show you what I mean. I'm going to turn around. I want to show you this. I want to show you. Okay. Right here, this house, right? Okay. This one is mine, right? This is mine, right? So that's mine. But guess what? There was a house right here too. The house ain't there no more, but I bought that land. That's my land too. So now, if you coming up the road, let's say you coming up the road from here, right? All right, you coming up the road from here, from the corner right here. If I'm gonna put a house right here. So this will be a house. That'll be my house too, right? This one will be mine too. And I pray to the Lord he come up off this one. And if I buy that one, this whole block will be mine. There's nothing on this side. You understand? I can have this whole block. So then I could make changes. I could go down to the city and say, yo, I'm the only one that live on the block. Like, let's name it after us or something. I don't know. I'm not far. And right here, this is my home right here. This is my house right here. Hey, this is my house. Yeah, I'm not far. I'm right here, right around the corner. You know what I'm talking about? I'm right around the corner, yo. And this is my crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. In my house. In my van. It's my van. I'm not far. I'm not far. It's my crib. And I make a little money every now and again. I'm selling these lawnmowers and the tillers. These right here, I got them for sale. Somebody give me $10, I say yes. They give me 20, I say yep. Cantaloupes. See cantaloupes? Coming in. You coming in, you get cantaloupes. I forgot to harvest these. I have to harvest these. I can still harvest them. This is sunflower seeds. They done dried up. Let me show you. Hold on. Hold on, let me show you. There's a big flea market type thing coming in. They call it the big grab. So I'm setting up everything so I can sell them. I can sell everything and sell out. Okay, so I'm home, right? You know we gotta cut the grass, right? But when I come here, this is what I see, right? This is the lifestyle I live. What y'all doing? What going on? Everybody all right? Okay. Y'all done with the food already? For real? All that food? All right, I'm gonna put some in here. You see? You see a easy living? You see how I'm living? You see? But before I go, I have to feed my chickens. This is what I'm about to do before I go to Lowe's. Right? You see? This is before I go to Lowe's. That's a lucky. She's lucky. See? See? One of these get to go in my belly, and then it's ripe. You see? Look at that. That means it's ripe. It's ready. It's ready to be eaten. You see what I'm saying? And she's ready too. You see? She's ready. And then she's ready. You see? And these two little ones are not ready yet. You see? But this one is ready. You see what I'm saying? But I think I have a big one somewhere over here. You see? He's ready. You see what I'm saying? This is what I live. I'm living a life. And you see, this is a pile of 2x4s. When I need stuff, I come over here and I grab the stuff. I go over there and I fix it. I got doors right there. So the doors that I need, I just take this door and I go down there and put it on. And you see my camper over there. So when I rent all these houses out, I'm going to be living in my camper. Easy life. Easy. I'm not just talking. I live it. Remember when Biggie said, the niggas talking it but ain't living it? I'm living it. There go my chickens, and they love me. You don't see them running away from me, do you? Here. Ah, that's it, right? Two. How about, you see, the one inside, even the chickens do not want you to treat them wrong and indifferent. He's inside. He say, yo, you not going to bring no food to me? Are you serious? Or I got to go in there and bring him food? All right, watch out, man. Hey, yo, watch out. I'm coming through. Yo, watch out, yo. Yo, watch out, yo. Ladies and gentlemen, it's muddy in here. It rained. It rained. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to get y'all out of here. This is not going to work. I'm going to have to get you out of here. I have to put you in the other house when I come back. And this one right here, she's sitting on her eggs. Trying to bring more chickens to us, you see? And this one right, I had to separate him because he beats up all the other chickens. Watch out, I'm going to have to come and get y'all out of here, yo. All right, y'all. Wanted to give you a glimpse of what's really going on. I'm not just talking. I think I'm going to take my watermelon with me. Okay. I think you are the one, but your name, I named you guys Cain and Abel. Should I take you one without the other? I don't want to leave you without your brother. Should I even take you? Huh? Are you ready, baby? You ready? You are? Damn, I don't feel right taking you without him or her. Let's see if she's ready. She's ready too. Oh boy. Born alone, die alone. Okay, I'm gonna take you. That's what my spirit told me to do. If you let go, you don't want to let go. All right. Okay, I'm gonna take your brother, but I'll be back for you tomorrow. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Organic, yo. This is life. Organic. I just took her, and now I'm here. Organic, bro. I ain't even starting. Organic. 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 You see that? I'll eat it when I get back. I'll let it sit for a while. I'll eat it when I get back. So within 5 minutes. So look, I do stuff like this too. Let me show you. See, when people need little tiles, they come here. You see that? When they need tiles, they come and check me, and I get them tiles. You see, I got tiles for days. See? See that? So I make money for selling little stuff they need. And I'm not too pretentious. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. Shit. It is what it is. My neighbor over there. Let's see what's going on. My neighbor, watch. Look! What you doing over there, look? Hey, you wanna do it in the peak of the sun, ain't you? You gonna fall out, ain't it? You gonna go against the grain? Okay. It worked? Beautiful. I know you was gonna figure it out. You smart, look. That's my neighbor. You smart, look.
Figured out God had to help me.
Yeah, you smart. Once you ain't get no chance. If you sit down, you could really do it then.
Well, if I lay down, I can really do it. Or get me a battery operator.
Yeah.
I'll get crazy now, huh?
Shit, you doing everything. I'm about to go get them. I'm about to go to them parts over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to go down there right now.
Yeah.
I was down there taking care of the front.
Yeah.
But I'm about to go get the parts. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Let me go say hi to the dog. He over here looking at me, calling for me. What's up? What do you want? What are you looking at me for? What do you want? Because you're a good dog, mommy. Is that because you're a good dog? That's why? That's because you're a good dog, that's why? Yes? Okay. You good? Everything alright? You remember how to sit? You remember sit down? Sit. Sit. Sit down. Sit. Good boy. You're a good boy. I'm gonna see you later, okay? See the rooster over there? And we're in the country. He's happy to see me. You know, it's the energy. Just living, you don't have no heaviness in your heart. Not because I didn't do nothing wrong. I just forgave myself.
Hey, I figured something else out about that shit down there too.
What going on?
About that damn. Remember I tried to cut that pipe with that cutter?
Yeah.
And it popped. That's an old pipe.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about. So that's probably why that glue didn't adhere or whatever you call it to it is good. But I didn't get much glue on it though. You know that tube of glue. That little bottle of glue you had, I don't even think I got much of nothing out of that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's remember when I had left it open that time? Yeah, I'm gonna get some more glue though. You need anything while I'm out? Alright.
3/4 cold.
Oh yeah, that's right. 3/4 hot to 3/4 cold. To 3/4 hot. Yeah, 3/4 to 3/4, cold and hot.
Go look at it.
So so it's just the regular, cause
Three-quarter cold.
yeah, cause remember we talked about changing the pipes because we had 3/4 pipe hot. Remember we said we were gonna change it, but we didn't have no more 3/4 cold.
You wanted me to cut it down on the bottom, and I didn't do it.
Yeah, remember we said that if we get the 3/4 cold, the 3/4 hot, we could use the pipes that we have. Remember the pipe?
We're gonna put it back together just like it is. I'm gonna put some more of that tape on them threads.
Okay, so I'm gonna just get the regular one I usually get, the 3/4 cold.
Three-quarter cold.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I see a little bit. Right. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. You see, I got the corner lock. No, let me show you. You see? You see that? Ladies and gentlemen? That's a corner lot. You see? Corner lot. I came over here. This house was meant for me. But this is the prime location right here. You see? Let me show you. Okay? Corner lot. You know what I'm saying? When I came here, my neighbor tried to deter me from buying it. Oh, if I were you, I wouldn't buy it. I said, yeah, you're right. As soon as I left here, I wrote the fucking check. You never met me in your life, you want to give me advice. Yeah, right. If I want advice, I call my mother. She'll tell me. This guy was, I don't think you should pay that. And now I live here. Now they don't even want to speak to me. The neighbor that didn't want me to buy the house, they don't even speak to me. They don't even speak to me. They just didn't want me to come and live next to them. But I'm here now. I'm here. God's gonna give you what you want, yo. For real. But you have to put that work in. You know where I came from? Mad far to come over here. I was living an hour and a half away. I was living in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is way far, hour and a half away. But you know what? I found what I was looking for. Somebody said, you never been deeper into South Carolina? I said, no. She said, you should check out this city. I said, okay. Went down here and checked. I seen the house. I was like, oh my God. But it was a fixer-upper. Nobody was able to really see the potential of the house because it was a fixer-upper. But I saw it. I was like, yo, I could come in here. Yeah. All purpose. All right. This is my neighbor. My neighbor is telling me these things because he comes down there and helps me. I help, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? This is a white man with blonde hair. You know what I mean? When you look at him, you think that's the most racist person from just looking at him, according to how white people act sometimes. You're like, yo, these are racist people. But nah, man, don't judge no book by its cover. Give everybody a chance, and then they will tell you who they are in due time. Don't get me wrong, according to the way that he grew up, he'll say little things, but that's just all he knows. Make little jokes, little black jokes, you know, black and white jokes, and he laughs. I laugh. It's funny. You just have to understand, man, that's how people are. But there's no hate. And if you tell him, would he rather someone who looked like him or someone who looked like you, he'd rather someone that looks like him. What's wrong with that? If you ask him, would you rather a black man be on top of your daughter, or would you rather another blonde white guy? Who do you think he'll choose? He'd rather another blonde white guy to be with his daughter. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with that? Nobody's perfect. You know, I could deal with a little discrimination. I discriminate. We all discriminate. Not a bigot. I can't, you know, that you don't even want me to live. If you're a bigot, you hate me just because. That's different. You know? But if it's just personal biasness, you know, you'd rather this or that, I can't. Who am I to tell you no? No, but we're gonna do this with respect. I'm not gonna allow you to just talk down to me or my people just because I'm in your presence. You know, we have a lot of very different, and he's an open person where we can have discourse, and he can look at things from a different perspective. He'll say, "I never looked at it like that." Yeah, because you never raised like that. You don't know how it feels to feel like that. You don't know how it feels to walk around with anxiety of thinking everybody's out to get you. When I'm riding with you and the police siren come in, you don't even care. Me, I always think they're coming to get me, and I'm not even doing nothing wrong because of the way that the system is towards us. When you think all everybody's a thug, then you have to also understand that the things that have been marketed to us have influenced us. And then studies have shown you're gonna be a product of your environment. So these people are victims, and a lot of them are not. It is what it is. And I try to get along with everybody. That's all. I'm not gonna change you in one day. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna change you in one day, but I have to tell you the truth. That man right there, you'll never see him hop in nobody's car, go hang out with nobody. He ain't gonna do none of that. He's not. I pull up, he be ready to jump in here. We talk shit and laugh and joke, and it's respect. If he's not, he's never been he never disrespected him like, oh yeah, none of that. It's one thing he used to do all the time. When he talk, he'd be like, the black guy, the white guy, the black dude. I'm like, yo, every time I talk to you, why do you have to tell me that the person that you're talking about is black or white? Why you have to define their color? Just talk about the man. He don't even do that no more. He don't do it no more. So basically, it's like, try to find the good in one another. You know what I mean? When you become hateful, you become just like the people you're talking against. Don't let them kill you now. You gotta defend yourself if you gotta defend yourself now. But don't just look at people like. Sometimes I walk around with him. We go to food. We go to different supermarket and whatever the case may be, right? Because the way the system is, when I walk around with him, everybody was looking at us thinking I'm subordinate to him. You see what I'm saying? They thinking he's driving and I'm riding with him, or I'm walking behind him. You understand? That's just the way that people think. They don't know that I'm just giving this guy a ride because his truck is not right. Once they see him, they're already automatically thinking like, I don't know what they think I am. So I see people looking at me wrong. Like I'm not supposed to be with this with this dude because he's a white guy. Like, man, you do that. I'm not gonna hate God's people. God made them people. Shit. I'll let them hate. I ain't gonna hate. You know what I mean? And it's respect. If he knocks on my door, I don't feel like dealing with nobody. I don't open my door. He knocks on it once, twice, and he leaves. I don't feel like dealing with anybody today. If I knock on his door, I don't see him, I leave. Straight respect. That's how you gotta have a friendship, a relationship with somebody. He has to respect you. If something is being done wrong, if you bring it to his attention, he modifies it. Sometimes he could do it and he don't realize it. When he was like, the black guy, he didn't realize what he was doing. But once I said, imagine every time I talk to you, I have to be like, the white guy this or that. Wouldn't it get annoying? Just tell me, you know what I mean? I don't care what his color is. If you don't care, stop telling me what his color is. So he stopped doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here now. I'm always on the move. I have to be right here. You see that? I'm going, instead of going all the way to Lowe's, I go to Lowe's to save $1. But I could do it here. I could do it here. I'm dirty. Every day I'm dirty, y'all. I'm dirty every single day. Even the clothes I'm not, if I put it on, it could be a suit. Next thing you know, I'll be under the house with the suit on. I don't care about the clothes. How you doing? So I come in here. Now this is almost an everyday occurrence. I've been coming over for 2 weeks straight. There's always another thing to get. And what I realize about coming to these places is nobody's really happy working. It's not their fault. Sometimes they lash out on you, but they just not happy being at work. But me, on the other hand, I love it because I'm working for myself. So because I'm working for myself, I won't treat somebody messed up because I know that money coming back to me. When the person just working for pay, when you come in, they don't feel like they have to treat you with respect. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, all-purpose glue, all-purpose glue. I gotta get that too. This is the third time trying to do the plumbing, and then it always leaks. We gotta take it apart and how to patch it back up. I pray this is the last of it. I gotta look for the glue. Because last time I came here, this dude was rude to me. I'd rather look for the stuff myself than to even ask him for anything. I'd rather look for it instead of asking him. But like I said, nobody's happy doing what they're doing, so they're not happy at being at work. So when you come in, they can't be happy because they're so mad that they have to come in this place. The people be mad coming in, right? And then if you tell them they don't have to work no more, they still gonna find no work to do because they've been indoctrinated. Okay, all-purpose glue. There it is, right there. All-purpose. Oh my God, $10.99, bro. Shit is $4.99 at Lowe's. Damn, I ain't got no choice though. All-purpose. Okay, for everything. We'll get that. Ladies and gentlemen, be ready to come to the stores if you're going to get into real estate like I am. Real estate is not easy, but it's fair. You know? It's not easy, but it's fair. What it does a day?
How you doing?
Never better.
Yep.
Never better. How are you?
Okay, that comes to $14.71.
Of course. For a card. All right, put the receipt in here for me if you don't mind. Appreciate it. So basically take nothing to heart. Right? I come in here, spend my paper. So the dude, I was asking him for help. I was explaining to him what I had, and he got frustrated. He's like, man, he just called him. Man, yeah, somebody else come help this guy. I'm like, damn, why you throwing me away? I'm trying to explain it to you. Man, I don't know what you're saying, man. All right. He threw me out. So the other guy helped me. So now when I come in, the guy who gave me away, he act like he me now. When I come in, even if he's at work, he don't speak to me. And guess what? I'm losing sleep over that. Yeah, fucking right. I understand him. I get it. I know what's happening. I know he's not happy. Anyone who's happy won't do that. You know what I'm saying? You act like we have an issue. You don't let that bother you. Because you know why you're here. I know why I'm here. A couple more houses later, I stabilize everything, rent out everything, and then I'll be going to another state and do it all over again. Can't get caught up in what somebody feels. If I don't come here, I never think about this guy. I'm just letting you guys know how a person with a business can be in the forefront, and that person can influence the business in a negative way. So now you don't know this guy is giving your customers attitude, stopping you from making money, and you paying him on the clock. He's frustrated and doesn't even want to listen to what I have to say when he has 8 hours to be here. You have 8 hours to listen. You have 8 hours. But they'll come to the business and treat it messed up. The number one rule in my business is customer service. I had a clothing store, customer service. Give them the shirt. It's okay. You made 150 for the year. If he said the shirt didn't whatever, they change the shirt for him. We're not gonna die. Let them get over on us. Remember that shirt that we bought for $2.99 and we sold it for $27? Remember that profit margin? Remember? Remember I'm the type who go to New York. I start buying coats. Around the summertime. I buy coats for $5, and then in the dead winter when I pull them out, sell them for 50. So if this guy right here got over on us for a couple of dollars, who cares? But he's gonna come back. But if I'm fussing with this guy, and he's my customer, I charge him $1.50 for the last outfit. I charge him $150. I'll be having specials. Air Force Ones, Levi jeans, sweater with your hat, $1.50. Rosaries was in style. Throw a rosary around your neck. So if he comes back and he says something about the shirt, and we know he wore the shirt, we ain't gonna lose sleep over that. Give him another shirt, brother. I pray this one works for you, man. Everything gonna be good. But I appreciate you, and I'm gonna see you next time. All right, then I'm gonna have something for you, right? Size 36, 9.5 in a medium shirt. All right, I got you, player. Yo, have a good day, man. You be safe tonight, okay? All right. And when he leaves, guess what? I don't say motherfucker in front of my employees. No. And I never let my employees speak about my customers. Never. I never sit around with them and say, you know, that guy, man, yo's coming, he smell bad or whatever. I never do that. And if they're like, damn, bro, this guy, every time he come in, he smell like the place. I be like, hey, like, yo, man, let me tell you something. Don't you ever talk about my customers. Do you understand? Act like you have a camera on you at all times and the customer is able to hear you. This person is the reason why I'm able to hire you. Yo, don't you do that no more. You understand what I'm saying to you? All right, now. That's what I do. That way you know the person you work for is not even having that. But if I'm sitting here politicking with you about my customer, I mean, I don't respect them. You might get fired in here, and you might go back and talk to the customer. You're like, yeah, he be talking about you after you leave and all this. No. I always act with any relationship, I always treat it as if there will be a breakup. So I'm going to act the way I should act. That way, nobody can say that I was without class or decorum or anything like that. I always, even a friend, I'm not gonna allow you to see me do anything grimy for you to say, damn. When the relationship ends, you have to be like, yo, one thing I could say, he'll snap on you if you do something wrong, but he ain't gonna underhand you, he ain't gonna undercut you. That's what I strive to do. And when I go to these businesses, the people that work there, they really don't care because they don't understand the concept of business. They don't understand that one person can really affect the business in a negative way. They don't understand that. Neither do they care. So when I go in these places, if I get poor treatment, it's not like I expected anything else. My bottom line is to get what I need for me to get out of there. The time, 15 years later, when I've already made my rounds around the world, I come back, that person still be in the same spot. 10 years, 15 years later, I done been to 2, 3 states. I done did this and that and done did many deals. You go back, that person's still there at the same place. You can't put no energy into something like that. I'd rather give it to you, yo, instead of putting any energy in it. I'd rather let you win, bro. I'd rather stay away from you. I'm not putting any energy in anything that's negative. I ain't got the time for it. And everything you talking about, mundane stuff, really offends my spirit. You know, when people are standing there and they're just talking and shooting the breeze and talk about this and that, I can't do it. I will, but I don't want to. I don't like to just shoot the shits. Like when I sit in the house right here by myself in here, sometimes I don't open my mouth and say a word for like 2 days. I don't say nothing. And I love to talk and I love to teach. I just sit there and I get my inspiration. I sit there and I write. I sit there and I meditate. I sit there and I ponder. I sit there, I watch whatever comes to mind. If a song comes to mind, I listen to it. I do all the things that make me happy. I go play with my chickens. I go in my garden and grab me a fresh watermelon and eat it, just like I'm about to do right now. Let's go eat this watermelon. Let's go eat this watermelon, y'all. Let's go eat this watermelon, y'all, for real. I got this watermelon I just took. I'm about to wash it and eat it right here in front of your face. Watch. I ain't even playing, yo. Let me go inside and grab. I gotta go inside and grab a knife. I'm not gonna do that through the front. It's locked. When I came here, this house right here needed a lot of work. I did all the sheetrock in this house too. I did all the sheetrock in this house. I put this fence. I put this up. Let me show you. I did this. Yeah. I did all that. Never did it before. I did it. And now I'm surrounded. Because there's this dude that lived behind me. He used to just walk up on my property. And I told him several times. He was like, well, ever since I was a kid, I've been walking on this property. I said, I understand that, sir. However, I own it now. When I realized that he was going to be a problem, sometimes you have to not let people trick you out your spot. You could get all loud and obnoxious and go to war with people, but you have to remember where you are. You're in South Carolina by yourself, looking like me. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. You think I'm going to go to war with this whole city? Everybody know one another? And I'm by myself? No, I'm not. I'm going to rectify it and work it out, and I'm going to work out where it's going to be in my favor. It's going to be my favor. Hold on 1 second. You know, so what did I do? I didn't go the way he wanted me to go. I went the other way. I tricked him. He wanted to trick me out my spot, but I tricked him out. Now he got to run because he got warrants behind him. They want to give him 11 years and all this shit, right? But if I listen to this guy and I got all gangster with him, and now everybody was gonna get in it, and now I would have had to try to kill me somebody to get him off me, and now I would have lost everything. But I just thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I came up with the logic. I said, this how I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play chess with these people. I ain't gonna play checkers. I'm gonna put my fence up. I'm gonna put my fence up. So now when you come around here, you climb my fence, everybody in the world could say, he climbed this man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He climbed it. He wanted something. He needed something. He was looking for something and he got what he was looking for. But if I don't do that, and I let you get me to the point, I'm like, motherfucker, and I just start going off, and now everybody jump in it, and next thing you know, I'm by myself. I don't know who's who. I don't know who's targeting me. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm going to think it through. You got to know when you're weak. You got to know when to go to war. Somebody try to break in here and try to hurt you now, you need to go ahead and squeeze off. You better squeeze off, because you got to take it yourself. But other than that, bro, don't be violating. Check this out. It is? Yeah. It's coming from the garden. It's coming from the garden. It's coming from, and I got plenty more where that came from. It's coming from the garden. Plenty more. You see? See that? Get off. See that? I got plenty more. Plenty. See? Like that. Her, I got a whole bunch. See? Can't even eat them on time. See? Plenty. See? Plenty. See? Plenty. 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 I'm living a awesome life. And I come here and talk to these people here. What's going on over here? Nobody coming to say hi? Nobody? What's going on? Huh? Yeah, well, nobody coming over here? You're not gonna say hi to me? Why? King, what are you doing? You jumping on the girls all rough again? I told you to tighten up. You be too rough on them girls, man. What's up, sister? You good? Oh, okay, I see what's going on. You thought I had watermelon. Now you gonna ignore me. Let me go get the knife. I'm gonna get the knife. I'm coming back. Nah, that's my man. He whenever I turn around and leave, he always does that. He don't want me to go nowhere. Your animal's gonna love you if you love them. Okay, but let's get a knife so we could dig in. You heard? It's love out here. So if I live my life like this every day, I don't have no time to be sinning. All I'm doing is winning. I ain't gonna be sinning. I ain't got time. You ain't got time to be sinning and all that. I'm around people who's doing the same things I'm doing. You feel me? You feel me? Washing machine and dryer. You know what I mean? Washing machine and dryer. In the crib. I had to fall. Get me a knife. Knife, yo. I'm back out. I'm back outside. I'm back outside. I'm back outside, yo. I'm back outside. With my knife in my hand. I gotta share with the chicken. Cause they know about watermelons now. Don't get it twisted like braids. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da dee 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 da da. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah. Yeah, da 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 dee. Yeah, da 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 dee. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. Mm-hmm. 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 If you have a wife, you have to learn from a watermelon. You see? Do it like that. Do it like that. Mm-hmm. You've been married for 30 years. Here. Here. Don't be fronting, acting like you don't want it. Here. See everybody? They're going for the seeds first, see? They go for the seeds. Now everybody's having fun. He's gonna cry for some in a minute. He didn't see it. If he sees it, he gonna cry out. See? Let me leave and see if he ain't gonna cry out. Maybe I don't know my chickens anymore. Let me go. I don't know them anymore. He's not gonna cry out? Nah, there's no way, son. He didn't see it. He must not see it. Yo, hold on, let me move this, man. Here. Put it right there for you. Okay, now he sees it. Here we go. Here we go. You see it now. Here you go. Here we go. Here we go. He's spacing now. We're gonna get him a piece. Get him a piece. Well, yo, man, life is so good to me. I can't complain. Yeah, da. This is organic. I just took it. This is organic, and you know I just took this from the garden. You know I did just 5 minutes ago. I'm telling y'all. And some people be like, y'all love you watermelon. Try to make you feel bad about yourself. Ain't nothing better than this. It's a survival fruit. 98% water. Nothing better than that. Don't ever let nobody make you feel inadequate about eating. And the sun is hitting me right here. I'm in the sun all day. I eat fruits and vegetables. What do you expect? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding gonna pour right through me. Mm-mm-mm. 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 I ain't nothing but a human being. All right? You're gonna look so good you can't even eat. You're afraid of what people are gonna think. It's just nourishment. Mm-mm-mm. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna eat the whole watermelon by myself. I don't even want to share with them. Look what I'm giving them. Look. I don't even want to share for real. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm coming here to give it to you. I'm coming here to give it to you. I'm gonna put this down there, okay? And that one too. Man, watch out, man. I'm gonna have to give them more though. I'm being stingy. It's just so good. The watermelon is so good. And you know, organic watermelons are hard to find. People always put fertilizers on their watermelons. My watermelon got no fertilizer. Straight sweetness. You know what I'm saying? Straight sweetness, yo. Straight sweetness. Look at that. All these seeds. I'm gonna take some of the seeds. Mm-hmm. When you take the seeds and you put it in your mouth, it encodes it with your DNA. These seeds for next year. Next year when you see her, she's gonna grow bigger. Oh my God. You're nothing like it. I grew it myself. And then I'm in the sun. And my melanin is popping. Look at my skin. Beautiful my skin is. Look at that. No blemishes. You see that? No blemishes. I ain't never carved no tattoos on my skin. I got no tattoos, okay? Nice. Look at that. Chocolate. All day. Look at that. Look at that. I'm kissed. I'm kissed by the sun. Sometimes you gotta lay down like that and just look up at the stuff. Look up at the sun. Let the sun hit you right here. When you close your eyes, it ain't gonna be dark. It's gonna have that fire red color. After I eat this, I'm gonna eat this. See this? It's called a papaya. When I eat starch, and bread and stuff, when I get hungry, blood sugar drop, it give me that pain hunger. But when I eat this, if I get hungry, it's just like an empty. Like, yeah, you need to replenish. All the other stuff, because you know bread and blood don't mix. Starch and blood don't mix. Take some flour, put water, and then do what happened. It become paste. This right here, it's alive. If you look at it, it's always moving. You see? It's moving. Enzymes. It's alive. Bees, everything coming around. God made the food. I can't stop, y'all. It's that good. I wish you was around, man. I would just give you one if you was around, boy. I'm trying to tell you. This morning, last night, I went over there. I picked up the onions I was gonna cook. Imagine if your girl tastes like this. What you put in, what you get out. I don't eat animal products. Every now and then some fish. Other than that, let's bring them this one. They mad with me. They're like, man, you ain't giving up nothing. Yo, it's good. Yeah, I'm still eating it. That's fucked up. Oh, yeah. Let's see if they come. Here. Here. Put it down right there. You coming? King. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on, King. All right, well, act like that. I can't give you all my damn watermelon not today. Shit. I don't want to be a glutinous person, but this is what I have left. Okay? It's another half. I'm just gonna take one slice, okay? Or just one slice all the time. I can't help it, yo. I didn't eat this morning. You know what I mean? I eat this morning, and we have to go and mess around. We have to go mess around with the plumbing. Plumbing give me a little anxiety. It's been leaking. I just want it to be done. Look at the sun, but eyes and just do the sun gaze, but with your eyes closed though. And then it's gonna hit that. It's gonna hit this right here. It's gonna open it up. It'll be orange, yellow, red, and then just stay quiet. You're gonna have a lot of distractions because you're not used to doing it, and you do it every day until you can get to quiet your mind. When I do this right here, I don't think about nothing. It's I be still like this, and then the thoughts be going like this. But I don't follow the thoughts. I don't follow them. I'm just conscious of what's happening. All right, oh, this is what I think of subconsciously without even knowing. If you hurt somebody or someone hurts you, it'll be on your mind. You might think about that. Don't try to persuade yourself not to think of anything. Just stay still. In a minute, the thoughts are gonna go, and you're gonna go somewhere else. You're not even gonna know where you at. When you come back to, it'll be like an hour later. I'll be gone for so long. When I come back, I don't even know. I don't know if I was asleep or not. I don't know where I was. I don't know what happened. I'm just sitting there, just like this. Have you ever had papaya before? What the papaya look like? Let me show you this. This right here, this is a papaya tree. It just started growing. But this is my car thing to haul. I need someone to come so we can pick this up over the tree so I won't mess the tree up. I tried to bend it, and when I bent it, it broke. But I had the presence of mind to sharpen the edges. Well, yeah, that's what I did. I sharpened it, and then I went over here because it broke. The top of it broke. I sharpened it, and I came over here, and I planted it, and now it grew, and it grew some roots. It grew roots. So I now have two papaya. See? So the papaya grew. It grew. Now this is papaya right here. You see this right here? This papaya? This papaya right here. This papaya. You see the seeds? The seeds are good for parasites. The parasites. If you have parasites in your body, the seeds are good for you. See these seeds right here? Papaya seeds. Good for parasites in your system. See these seeds? You could do that with the seeds. But these right here, I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep for next year. You know what I mean? When you plant something, every year when the seeds come, they get stronger. There's a person that might feel like this right here, that's something they would want to do. Because you know, a lot of people are worried about their looks, worried about what people think about them, but they don't know who they are. Let's say you riding around in a Rolls Royce. If somebody's like, oh, what kind of car is that? You wouldn't even care because you know you got the best. That's the way I feel. It doesn't matter what you say. Heard it all before. Watermelon and papaya. I have some mangoes inside of the fridge. So go in there and get some mangoes. You know what I mean? I sit out here sometimes, industrial blender, papaya, mango, watermelon, and I blend it and then I drink it. When you go piss, take a piss, it come out so smooth. The only way you know it came out smooth is because you could compare the two when you eat all that starch and all that food. It's like that's the volume that's coming out of your pipe. But if you give it nice things like this, hmm, it's like it shimmers. It's shimmering. If you're looking at it, it's moving. That's why they call this electricity food. It electrifies. It fortifies. It's nurturing. God made it. It goes straight to the bloodstream. The body don't have to fight so hard to break this down. But when you eat a burger, your body's like, oh boy. Back up. Reinforcement. Yo, come on, man. It's already dropped acid on it. More acid, more acid. We need it. We need it. We need the acid to break this down. Acid. You alright, you alright. You alright. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Hmm. I have to turn that around for you. This one. All right, you come get it now. Hey. I don't know what's going on. They saw something. They saw something that made them feel a certain way. All right, this is the rest of it. I feel full now. I'm gonna give them the rest of the papaya. So my chickens eat good. You see that, right? They eat papayas, watermelons. We got tomatoes over there. A lot of tomatoes. That's cucumber all on the fence. Here, here, man, here. Ah, it's nothing. Ah, yeah, I gotta go back down to the other house and go to work. I came over here to take the break, and what a break I took. Oh man, I feel so good. I feel so full. I feel so full. It ain't nothing but some watermelon, but it works. You know, when I was out here in the sun and I was putting my watermelons in the ground, nobody was thinking about doing that. But now when I'm getting my harvest on, everybody gotta go to the store to get their watermelons. I just go to the backyard to get mine. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call preparation. I got food everywhere. Right here, little cantaloupes. Little cantaloupes. See? Cantaloupes. So I'm not just talking, I live it. And I got more food right here too. This is the edges of the crib. It's the edge of the house. Move, man. Fucking fly, move. Yo, the fly keeps landing on my hand because I have to wash my hands. This the edge of the crib. Edge of the crib, yo. Nothing materialized out here. I ain't getting no squash. I ain't getting nothing. It's squash right here too. So, you know what I mean? And you know I line up these. People know I got these for sale. You wanna cut your grass? Come on, give me $40 and grab one of these. The riding lawnmower is $250. And then the tiller is $30. Everything is for sale. That's for sale. They know if it's out here, all they gotta do is call me. What you want for that? All right, give me 40. If you got 40, I'll take 30. But get it out of our house. Get it out. That's what I like to do. I like to work, but for myself. Some people will do something for somebody else for 30 years. If you tell them to do it for themselves, they start thinking, because you want what you want. You want to be comfortable enough and knowing that your money's going to be Friday. And you want to bid on that company. I'm the company I bid on. Ain't nobody gonna love me more than me. Right now, if I got so many ways to make a buck. I could go sell the spray paint. I got spray paint. I could go sell my spray paint. I go in running all them stores. Yeah, how you doing, man? You know, this is what I got, and we work it out. You get some no's, but then you get some yeses. I love the no's. Sometimes I love to convert them. Ever since I was a kid, I've been told no. The first thing I've ever done for money was stand in front of supermarkets and ask the people, can I help them? That was the first thing I ever done. How you doing, sir? Can I help? Get your ass out of my face. These are grown people. Because I was living in New York City. You know they ain't got no pity. They don't give a damn who you are. Get your motherfucker out of my face, you little thug. Call me all types of names. After 10 of them called me so many names, guess what happened? The 11th one said, yeah, baby, I live in 1034 Cortelio Road. I grabbed all 17 bags from her. I run to her house, knock on her door, tell her daughter, yo, the mother coming. She told me to put these here. And I go back and meet her, she give me $3. I do it for somebody else, they give me $2. I do it for somebody else, they might give me $1. Some give me 75 cents. If I was too young, they would let me come in the Met Food and pack bags. I used to pack bags. The dude that used to be at the end of the aisle, the end of the cashier, and I would pack it for you. I have me a cup. You put 50 cents, 25 cents, $1, a dime in there. At the end of the night, I used to make $14 Boy, I was rich. Because my grandmother, she raised us off selling stuff on the street of New York. That's how she raised us. And cinnamon, and our niece starting clothes, spices, everything for health. That's how so I seen people say no to her all day long. And we still come home with $109. In the 80s, you know how much $109 is in the freaking 80s? It's triple that. She was coming home with that kind of bread. But my grandma was a gambler, so she would gamble her money. She would never buy us no shoes that was name brand. And I was tired of getting bullied and people always saying I ain't nothing and this and that. So I started getting out there early when I was 10. I started handling my business, going out there with the big boys. I was packing bags, but they wouldn't let me in. I was too young. So I would come and just stand outside and ask people, can I help them? And I would take them home. I would carry their bags. I get 50 cents, 25 cents. I start making my money. And then finally, these people allowed me. I'm not coming here. I'm letting her go by. All right. I don't know who you are. Huh? What you say? Yeah. Oh, how you doing, ma'am? Oh, no, I was saying I'm not stopping. I was just letting her go by. Yeah, I didn't know who you were. How you doing? Everything good? I'm good. Yeah. All right, good to see you. All right, good to see you. Yeah, I'm doing good. All right, good to see you. Yeah, I still have a deal on the paint. Yeah. I'll give it to you for $15. They cost 20, but I'll give it to you for 15. Yeah, you let me know when you want it. Yeah, what? Yeah. Yeah, I have 5-gallon buckets. I have all types. Yeah, I'll give them a good. Yeah, I'll give them a good deal. I'll give them a good deal. Oh no, I don't think you're. I don't think you're mean at all. I think you're nice actually. I just didn't know who you were. I was like, I'm not stopping. I didn't know. But yeah, so you let me know when you want me to stop. I'll stop by and bring you off. Okay, yeah, I'll stop. I'll stop by, bring you. Okay. Right, I understand. I'll bring you a few colors when I come. Yeah, okay, I'll bring you a few. I'll bring you white, and I'll bring you a few colors of what I have. All right, sweetie. Have a good one. All right, you too. All right. So like I was saying, right, you see, business, they know me for selling paint. And right then I was just pulling over so that my lady can come. And she said, I'm like, I'm not stopping, but this is a lady who always talk a little junk when she sees me. She wants 1 gallon of paint. I sell a gallon of paint for 20, but I give it to her for 15. I got 5-gallon paint. I got spray paint. I got all types of stuff. I'm always making, I could make $1. So when I ride around, when people see me, this is what they'll talk to me about. If I'm not over there working on my property, you'll find me here. Let's check this out. See that? That's a basketball court. Believe it or not, this is what I love to do right here. I'll come out here, I hit 50%. I promise you I hit 50%. Go back and watch my live when I'm playing basketball with the 23-year-old against a 23-year-old. 50-some-year-old man, and I'm taking it to the hole like that, hitting them fades and hitting them jump shots. Come on, man. I'm playing games all the time. Everything I want, I do. That lady said she wanted white paint. I need to get that money. I know I got white paint. Her father paint Said her father fixes houses. I'd love to meet him and give him good deals. I got a lot of paint. A lot. You know what I mean? That's homeboy right there. I was just talking about. I beat up on the basketball court. Let me holler at him. When you gonna play again?
When you gonna play? I just got that couldn't got that grab. I feel like I was pants out just now.
Oh, for real?
Sun go down some of the.
Here,
Sun go down about 4, 5.
you want this?
Oh, I don't eat watermelon.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna count though. That shit, boy.
It messed you
up?
up?
I wish I did, but no,
But
I just don't. That's the only food I don't eat.
Oh, you don't like it?
I don't like that
Yeah.
shit. Just like the texture and shit. But
Yeah.
I wish I did eat that shit.
Yeah.
I know that shit refreshing.
Refreshing. I understand it. But when you want to play again, you want to play tomorrow?
We can go there later on if the sun go down.
Okay, but around like, because the sun going around 6:37.
I gave you my number.
Yeah, take my number so you can text me then. That way I'll have yours. You can text me real quick.
Well, I ain't been bullshit. I just got that condom grass. But that's the fuck I
Yeah, I gotta. You know how it is?
You smoke?
Nah.
That's good.
I know you do.
Hell yeah. That's probably why I don't have to smoke mine. You start smoking everything.
Yeah, I don't smoke. Here you go, brother. I put it up there. E-basketball. That way you'll remember. Just text me. That way I'll hit you when I'm coming up there.
Say that. That's my number right there. Your phone charge?
Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah, peoples. I'm out here in the hood. I'm coming through, you feel me? So people know me. They know me for certain things. What's happening in the hood, I don't know. Happening in the streets, I don't know. I don't want to know either. If I know, I don't want to talk about it. If somebody's mad with someone else, if they come and talk to me about it, I try to make them understand why they shouldn't be mad with one another. I try to diffuse the situation so we won't have another body on our hands. I like the way my life is going. The trajectory of my life is great. I give God all the glory. Whether I have a dollar or I don't have nothing, I'm always going to be a happy guy because I know what life is really about. But yeah, that lady I just spoke to, she was like, but you know, she does that. Every time she see me, yo, she always got she come off slick, but that's just the way she knows how to connect. You see what I'm saying? The way she connects is to be like borderline, you know. That's why she was like, well, you think I'm mean, but I'm not mean. I'm really nice for real. I said, I don't think you're mean at all, sister. I think you're very nice, actually. You know, everybody. I'm not gonna judge you, sis. I love you. You're a good sister. Shit. Your mother loves you. Shit. Something happened to you, it's gonna be a whole community sad because of you. You're probably somebody's auntie that loves you. I don't want to be the person to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? These dogs right here, they run the whole city. Look. Came to my crib, messing with my dogs. Hold on, let me show you. Them right here. What y'all doing over here? Didn't I tell y'all? See, y'all don't listen. There you go. Watch this. There you go. What y'all doing out here? You think they don't understand? They go home. I go home now. See? They going home. They going home, man. These people, it look like they renovating. I might have to pull up on them and tell them I sell paint wholesale. Hold on. They might not want to know about it, but I'm going to tell them anyway. Watch this. What's going on, man? I wanted to tell you that I sell paint for houses wholesale.
Oh, yeah?
Sherwin-Williams paint.
We just bought all that.
Man, and that's why I was trying to see if I could have caught you because exterior, interior paint, yeah, spray paint, all that. But that's my house right there. And, the White House. That's me right there. Okay, yeah, man. I wanna. Okay, when are you gonna start?
I'm already started, but I got a shredder coming.
Okay, yeah, we need to talk. I'm gonna be over there. All right, man. Good to meet you. Hello. Yeah, people. So what you're doing now is called networking. I'm networking, right? Networking with my people. I'm telling them I have paint. He said he just purchased paint, but he might still need paint. And he's cutting the bamboos, and I need the bamboos cut. So guess what? I might I might be able to just work out a deal. I might be able to work out a deal, man. Hey, I got a 5-gallon paint bucket for you. Go ahead and get the bamboos out of there and shred them while you shredding yours. And let's go ahead and let's make our houses great again. You know what I'm saying? It is right here. And all the bamboos are in the back. Let me show you what the bamboos in the back look like. I spoke to that dude before, man, because I was trying to buy that house. He told me the house was for his uncle. He used to come over there and cut the grass. I wanted to buy it that way I could own this whole lot, but it didn't work out. I don't know if they sold it or what. But this is what's going on. Look, I'm going to show you what's happening. Let me show you. When you come back here, you see this right here? It collapsed. You look how long this is. Look, from here, already has the structure. You see? I could make a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little spot, living space right here. You see what I'm saying? You see how long this is? You see how long? You know what I'm talking about? I'm see, we're gonna clear all this out and we're gonna get it right. This is all the bamboo. I've been cutting the bamboo as I cut them as they grow. Look at this, you see? All the bamboo. He said he's cutting it, so if I could work out a deal with him, he could come out here and cut all of this and put it in the shredder, and then I could work out a deal with him. Work out a deal with the stuff that I have that he needs. I'm gonna find out what he needs. He might need. I got lumber. I know he might need 2x4s. You know what I'm saying? We work a deal out. That's what you do. Working deals out. But if you're not a person who know how to speak to people, and you looking at everybody by the skin color, and you're not trying to engage with them, man, you're gonna be out back. I ain't looking at nobody. Look, listen, if you a white man and you think you better because you white, that's fine. We don't have to deal with one another. But like I said to you before, if you think you better than, if you so better because you're white, why you die of cancer then? Huh? Why you got diabetes like everybody else? Why you need love? Why you heartbroken because your girl left you? We up, man, please. And you ain't no better. It's a fabrication of your mind. That's all. It's just a fabrication of your mind. And so I have all these people that help me. I'm in South Carolina, North Carolina. I've never been around Caucasian people before. This is the first time. And we get along just fine. Of course, some people, everybody's different. I have some neighbors, how y'all doing today? And they all looking at me just like this. I said, you know what? These people might have not heard me. I can't really jump the gun. Maybe they didn't hear me. Next day, how y'all doing? I said, maybe they heard and they don't feel like speaking today. You try one more time. Hey, hello. Now I get it. I get it. You said it loud and clear. You don't want to be bothered with your neighbors. Maybe you want to be bothered with me as a neighbor. Might be the way I walk. I do have a gap in the front of my mouth. Some people don't like that. In America, everybody closes their gaps. And I have a gap. Some people like to see me and they hate the gap. They're like, he got a gap in the front of his mouth. I don't want to speak to people with gaps in the front of their mouths. Gotta respect it. It might be the way I walk. They might not like the way I talk. So I just leave you alone then. I leave you alone. But guess what? If you walk past and you say hello, I'm not gonna be like, I remember I spoke to you back then and you ain't speak to me, so I ain't gonna speak to you now. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Say hello, I'm like, hey, how you doing? I ain't going over your house to eat nothing. We ain't hanging out. Hey, basic human right, I say hi to everybody. I learned that. You look at people by their appearance, you be asked out. I got my neighbors, the older people, older white people, boy. If you look at them, you'll be like, oh, there's no way these people live in South Carolina all their lives, and there's no way they're not. Guess who cuts my grass? Yesterday, who cut my grass yesterday? When my chickens have eggs, I walk over there and bring them a dozen. When he has his cucumbers, he brings me some. I gave him watermelon yesterday from the garden. Whenever he's cutting his grass, if I'm outside, he'd be like, let me move your car. I move the car, and he cut my grass, make sure everything is edged up for the love. I'm going out of town, my daughter getting married. I tell him on the low. I said, look, nobody gonna know I'm gone. My daughter getting married. I gotta go down there. He's like, don't worry about it. You're fine. Remember, I got chickens. They gotta feed the chickens too. These people gotta go in the backyard, feed my chickens, and look out for me. Make sure nobody break in my spot. There's people that you know all your lives that will not go back there and do that for you. Oh man, I forgot. Was it this weekend? You say it was going? Damn. Those people right there, they help me out. What am I gonna say? I can only talk about my experiences. I've lived around other people that would not do that for me, and they look like me. Other places I lived at, people that look like me did more. So it's all the person's insides and who they are. I've been in places where they can't stand me just because I'm existing. But there are places where I go and they're like so happy to see me. You gotta take the good with the bad. Take the good with the bad, yo. Look at this. You know why I got this on? Hawaii. Because I ain't never been to Hawaii. I want to go. So I'm already speaking it into existence. I'm wearing a hat. You know what I mean? So I'm closer to it. Next time you see me, I'm going to be like, aloha. I'll be like, aloha. But yo, I appreciate y'all, man. We did 3 hours together, in and out. I gotta go and work in here, right? I gotta use these pipes right here. Why is my light off in the kitchen, in the bathroom? I gotta go in the bathroom and pray for me, y'all. I need my water to be right in here. Every time we do it, it leaks. And we gotta break it up and do it again. That's the only thing stopping us from putting the walls in the bathroom and painting it to make sure the water's running right before we cover the walls. We're that much closer to renting the house out. And I'm happy about it. It's a blessing. When I rent this house out, I'm gonna sleep for 2 days. I'm gonna sleep for 2 days, yo. I ain't gonna get up. I'm gonna go hibernate. when I rent this house out, I'm gonna be like this. Look, I'm gonna hibernate. I'm gonna be like a bear. But this house took a lot out of a brother. I bought the house. Before I closed the house, a thief came in here and stole all the wires. Now I had to spend another $15,000 to rewire the house. They stole the washing machine and dryer. They stole the central heat and air and cooling system. That's $20,000 worth of stuff. By the time I came back in here, from the time I purchased the house until I closed on the house was not even nothing like I bought it. They took everything. I had to redo everything. I had to rewire this house. You see this wall? You see all of this? I did all that. I put the sheetrock up here. This is my work. I did the sheetrock right here. I did the sheetrock right here. That's all mine. This is all me. I did all this sheetrock work. I ain't never did sheetrock work before. But I did it, and I painted this whole joint. You don't like the colors? I got gray, I got tan, I got white, all mixed together. But this wall right here, I think I'm gonna make this into an accent wall. I'm thinking black paint right here. Accent wall. And then the fan gotta go up. And we'll be fine. It's a matter of time, y'all. Somebody will be coming and living in here. There'll be a mother in here with her children, running around here having a good time. Bring life to this place. A house has character according to the people living in it. The house comes alive. You leave a house by itself, the elements to the elements. Leave it to the world, leave it to, nature. It'll start to deteriorate. But if your oxygen is in it and your aura is in here, the house live on. The house live on. Ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all. I really appreciate anybody who's listening to me is a chosen one. Because if you're not chosen, you can't listen to this kind of talk. This talk right here requires a big part of your brain to think. It requires for you to be in your God mode. We're talking about higher level shit. You know what I mean? If you look at anybody else's live, they're going to have 600 people on their lives because they're talking about mundane lower chakra stuff. According to where the person is in their lives. I'm not knocking anybody. But according to my life, according to you, according to what we want, we would like to talk about things that has to do with nature, talk about things that has to do with philosophy, things that has to do with real life, things that has to do with how can we multiply what we have to make it more, the way we can get some money, the way we can buy some properties, the way we can get into some real estate. You know what I mean? There's so many different ways. Arbitrage, wholesaling, Airbnb, long-term, short-term rentals. So many different ways for you to get into this space right here. Sometimes you could make money off a piece of land. You could put RVs up there and make some money on Airbnb. So many different ways you can make a dollar. You know what I mean? But I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. I wish I could sit here all day and talk to you guys. Oh my goodness. I've been talking for 3 hours and 40 minutes. You know I could talk. And the funny thing is, when I'm not talking and teaching and trying to reach my people, I'm quiet as a damn mouse. I be sitting in the crib all day. I don't say a word. My phone don't ring and I don't call nobody. But when I talk to you guys, I have to give it up. The game has to be told, not sold. Ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all. I'm out.